prominent here at the Raleigh Iceplex right here on North Raleigh Boulevard. So incredibly excited to welcome you back here to some Ice Pack hockey. Zach Sawai alongside Logan Ward here to cover now the number 6 in the ACHA Southeast Division standings, NC State Ice Pack. Logan, it's been going up week by week, and after their tumultuous win over Virginia Tech last week, it's been well-deserved.
Absolutely. No, this is a team that has proven that they can play, and they just continue to rise the ranks as they continue to prove it even further. I wouldn't be surprised if they can top it out at 1, but they've got to continue to win, and so far they show no signs of slowing down.
On paper, of course, the road ahead does look relatively easy, but Coach Gazzillo and crew has promised their team continuously not to look beyond the paper. Of course, they're going to treat each team like they're the number 1 team in the league. And do you think that's a great mentality to have, especially for going ahead in these road games?
Oh, yeah, absolutely. You always need to expect that the opposing team can beat you, because these are some genuinely good teams that they're playing. Every time they play against UNC Chapel Hill, there's always going to be a good game at those backyard brawls. You always have to expect that the team can beat you, and you just got to play your best no matter what the circumstances are.
And tonight is going to be the first time NC State has faced ECU since 2010, when Coach Gazzillo first took over the reins as head coach. So this one's going to be a big one for sure, but we're going to jump into some stuff that NC State actually did last weekend against Virginia Tech. The team was already coming in 4-13, not that strong. State came away with the victory 7-4, and it was their first game back since November 19th, but there were still some flaws in the game. It was just a singular radio call. Some complications with scheduling were, nonetheless, that game was dominant by a lot of fluky passes, I want to say. Two of the passes led up to being goals from weak passing. So, Logan, tightening up passing. This is an issue that we saw last semester. What's going to be the need to key tonight?
Well, really, that's the biggest key, tightening up their passing. They need to stop looking for the flashy pass and really just go for the fundamentally sound things that get them opportunities at the net. They're very good at crashing down, so they need to get those opportunities right there. So they need to just kind of tighten that down, and really, if they tighten up their passing, their offense will benefit from it.
Sam Banashevitz, of course, is taking the reins of the team, as he always does, but you still can't look down on that fact. He did tally a hat trick and an assist in the last game. Lace Jadala did so much as well, but does there need to be much concern about this team being top-heavy, their scoring coming from their first 2 lines?
I wouldn't be particularly concerned. Their record speaks for itself. This is a good team, and it's not that the players below them can't score. I think it's the fact that that's just how good Jadala and Banashevitz are. They can score at will, and they're really the goal scorers of this team for good reason.
Especially considering that. And going into more about the game last week, Joey Hall did get the start, stopped 37 shots on 41 shots attempted, gave up 4 goals. Some of the goals were not his fault. Oh my goodness, those boos are getting allowed behind us. Just a quick fun fact, the line is still wrapped up around the door. Tonight's game is going to be more packed than the Charlotte game, so we hope to God there's not another ice-breaking scenario here, Logan. We have some recipes ready for all of you guys, so you're going to hear a cooking show from us tonight, so that'll be pretty exciting. But going back to goaltending here, Logan, tonight Ian Hutchison will be getting the start with Josh Cannon being backup. What are we going to look from Ian tonight? He only started once this year.
Well, he started once, but in that start, he was absolutely fantastic. He did a great job in goal, and again, we've talked about the depth of this goalie squad. Any of these goalies can really play, and Hutchison is no different. I look to see a really great game from him, and just look to see a lot of just good saves. He did a great job with his glove in the game we did see him, so I expect to see a lot more of that here tonight.
And you can argue as well, Ian is one of the more technically sound goaltenders that NC State has. Joey Hall's style is, of course, very acrobatic. He loves to get in the action, but at some points, it's good to have a technically sound goaltender, so that's strong as well. We're going to take a quick break right here on PackTV and come back and give the scoop on ECU right here. Mazikowski throws down Rice, another hit, and again, it looks like because look at all that silk that he has right now, unbelievable stick handling, and he scored.
Kenny took that one.
Sargent on the breakaway. Sargent, huge pad save by Joey Hall.
Menez gets it to Banashevitz. Here he comes, and he jukes and he scores. Sam Banashevitz finally gets one.
Thank you for your patience. Of course, it is going to be another late puck drop here at the Raleigh Iceplex. Zach Sawaya alongside Logan War here for tonight's matchup. One thing that we did forget to talk about in the last part of our segment here in NC State was simply the fact that State has had so many issues this year with strong starts and lackluster endings. It is an issue that State saw against Virginia Tech. They held a dominant lead heading into the third period and then slowly watched it slip away to only winning by 7-4. Logan, how do they tighten up?
They've really just got to tighten up every facet of their game late in the game. They need to stop being comfortable with their leads and continue playing and just finish strong. They get a little comfortable whenever they do get up, but they really do manage to hold on in the end. So that's something that they do have going for them, but they really do just need to tighten up fundamentally late in the game.
Tightening up, of course, will be important in this top-heavy ECU team. As we have seen, Hayden Anderson is one of the hottest players for ECU right now, 11 goals. And I heard you spoke to Coach Coleman before the game about Hayden Anderson. What did he say about him?
Well, he said that he is really just kind of the best goal scorer they have. He said that it really comes to him naturally. And when you have a natural goal scorer like that, it really opens up a lot of things. They're a very young team. They got a lot of fresh faces out there, but Hayden Anderson really steadies them with his goal scoring.
I believe 13 new players to be exact from the beginning of the year. And one thing that we actually took notice about ECU's program that I thought was really cool is the fact they hold a top prospects game where they actually go on tour and they actually recruit a ton of players for the ECU team. And we're going to talk a lot about the growth of North Carolina in hockey when we talk about the backyard brawl. But going into more about ECU, they're 5-7-0 on a 3-game win streak right now. Their last win came against Radford, 16-5. What did Coach Coleman have to say about their recent success?
Well, he said that he's really excited to see that because, again, this is a team that's growing and developing. When you've got that many freshmen on your roster who don't have that collegiate experience, it's great to get wins like that. As he said, Radford struggled a little bit this year, so he didn't want to get too excited, but he's excited for the future of this program that he's helping build.
Another big storyline tonight, Eric Mura will be taking the opening draw for NC State against his brother, Brian Mura. That's a little bit of a fun story for tonight. We'll be taking note of that. How cool is it to play against your own brother in a league like this?
That's absolutely fantastic. It's really just great to see, and definitely hockey runs in their veins. For both of them to be playing collegiate hockey, it's going to be a lot of fun to watch, and you know there's going to be a little chippiness about them.
And the fan support tonight, of course, is strong, as we briefly mentioned it before. But the line is still out the door as we speak. I don't know if they're going to be able to fit everyone in here without a fire hazard. What does it mean now that this team has gone from not having a lot of fan base to where this is becoming a normal thing and it's being advertised on popular accounts like Barstool Pack and everything like that?
Well, I think a large part in that is due to their success. When you're undefeated, you're going to get a lot of media representation, and the Ice Pack have done a great job with their outreach. They provide a lot of excitement to these fans, and there's a reason that they've had a very strong presence all year. Even in the early goings, this fan base knew that this was something special taking place right here. This is a good team, a great fan base, and really it just meshes well together.
Another big thing as well, get out your napkins, papers, pencils, whatever you're going to take notes on. February 2nd at Gumby's Pizza on Hillsborough Street in Raleigh, North Carolina, just by NC State's campus. They're going to be holding a full day-long fundraiser. When you go in, buy your pizza there, just mention the NC State Ice Pack. There are some guys there. A bunch of their proceeds are going to go to the funding for the ACCHL tournament, for which they have already clinched a spot. Tomorrow's game, of course, NC State has the chance to clinch the Carolina division, the East Carolina division at least. Tonight's game is more of a warm-up for that, but nonetheless, what do we need to see out of them tomorrow in Wilmington after tonight?
Really just strong play. Back-to-backs are always extremely rough, so they just really need to stay focused, conserve a little bit of their energy, I guess, would be a good thing that they really need to focus on doing. Got to get the win tonight, but, of course, if they can conserve whatever energy they have for the game tomorrow, is going to be important for everything that they do.
A lot of games and not too many weeks left. We're going to take a quick break here, come back, talk about the growth of hockey in North Carolina right here on PackTV. The Pack are back at it here at the Raleigh Iceplex here on North Raleigh Boulevard. Zach Sawaya alongside Logan Ward here for tonight's broadcast. Now, hockey in North Carolina, this is really known as a college football, basketball, all the land turf sports, I would say, and they're getting very popular. NC State, of course, dropping some bigger games in basketball. We're not paid to talk about that here. I mean, we could if we wanted to, but we're good for right now. But nonetheless, NC State is developing into really a hockey school, but more importantly, the state of North Carolina has grown tremendously in the fact that the Backyard Brawl is going to be held on this upcoming Wednesday, where it's going to be, of course, the teams are going to be splitting the donations. Optional $5 donation, free parking, 7 p.m. puck drop. You really can't miss it. It's going to be a big game.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. You're definitely going to want to see this one because anytime these two teams face off, it's always a great game to watch. Even if the two teams' records are a little bit of a difference, those two teams always show up to play against one another.
Coach Gazzillo and crew, of course, is 5-0 in these Backyard Brawls, looking to go 6-0 in these, and of course looking to continue their undefeated season. But of course, the challenges are in hand against, of course, tonight and Wilmington. But we're going to talk a little bit about the growth of hockey in North Carolina. We spoke to Coach Coleman before the game, Coach from ECU, and he's actually one of the directors of the ECU Junior Pirates. Talk a little bit more about what he said about that.
Well, he was talking about the development of hockey in North Carolina. Being from New York himself, he said there's a very big difference in hockey support in general. In New York, he said you couldn't go a couple miles without seeing a hockey rink, whereas you could go a couple hundred miles in the Carolinas without seeing a hockey rink. He talked about how they don't really have a lot of support in Greenville, but he's building that up, and the Junior Pirates are a great way of doing that. He's slowly building up the ECU program, and him being a first year and still getting this much of a show out for the Junior Pirates is a great sign for their future ahead.
Obviously, of course, talking a big difference between the North and the South, and obviously hockey's played a North to South game. Great segue into Logan. I think it's time for your 3 keys for tonight's game. What do you got for NC State?
Well, NC State really just needs to clean up their passing. They need to get those fundamentals down. They need to get the passes of them crashing towards the net, and they really just have to get those goals to go in. Secondly, they also really just need great showing from Hutchison here today. A great performance from him would allow the offense to just do what they do best, score and then sit on that lead, which, again, they do need to focus on. That's the third point. They need to stay focused because they do have that game against Wilmington early tomorrow as well. So they need to stay focused for the game tonight, but also be looking ahead.
Stay focused and hold that top line from ECU down. Those are Logan's 3 keys to the game. So excited to bring you tonight's action. We're going to take a break here on PackTV, and we'll be right back with Puck Drop. At least I'm wearing a sweater tonight, Logan. You know, I've always complained about how I'm cold up here, and luckily tonight I took some initiative to do that here. Zach Sawaya here for PackTV alongside Logan Ward for tonight's broadcast. It's a great night for hockey. The fans are still here. I got a picture from our director, actually, and as of how long ago was it? I believe like 10 minutes ago, he sent us a picture of outside. The line is still wrapped up to the Zamboni door. Yeah. And in case many of you listening don't know where the Zamboni door is, I would say there's about 100, maybe about a football field, you know, about a difference. So the line is just about as long as a singular football field. This is a packed game, Logan.
This is the busiest I've ever seen the Iceplex out here. And that's not a knock on the former crowds that we've really had. Just a huge showing out tonight against the Pirates. You know these state fans want to see this undefeated streak continue.
So let's see who the starting lineups are going to be for each team. ECU is all going to be coming out on the line here. State has their 5 guys, so it looks like we're going to do the national anthems very quickly here. We're going to take just a second to listen to that. Good golly, Miss Molly. I think that means it's time for some ice pack hockey here at the Iceplex, Logan.
It does indeed.
Oh, my goodness. That is the loudest that I've heard this crowd in quite some time. And as we were talking about the growth of hockey in North Carolina, I mean, the fan attendance here has never been an issue.
No, absolutely not.
But it's just been getting bigger. You got to worry about a fire hazard at some point, Logan.
Well, they are packed to the doors here, so I don't know how many more people are really going to get in.
And more than that, Logan, it's just if there's a fire breaking out, all the water they have is frozen on the ice right now. So, I mean, what are they going to put it out with?
Well, potentially their beverages, but
that might actually spark the fire more. You know, I'm not a science person, of course. I'm a business major at NC State right now. I'm no chemist, but I would figure adult beverages don't mix well with fire.
Well, hopefully we don't find out. But in the meantime, the ice is ready for them, and we're going to see some good hockey here.
Starting goaltenders tonight for ECU, number 29, Matthew McMillan will be taking the ice. But sit back, relax, and enjoy this one from the Raleigh Iceplex. Want to welcome you to tonight's action. Zach Sawaya here for PackTV as the Pirates rush it back. O'Rourke is there now to grab it alongside the far boards. Puck is chipped back out. And Estrada working through a man. Back to the front. And it goes just through the doorstep. Just went wide. Jadala was right there, but couldn't find anything. Banashevitz is now back in the corner. O'Rourke now collects that puck, sends it flying all the way back in for an ECU Pirate to pick it up. That's Patrick Pattison. Pattison makes a misfire to Mura. Mura with a great shot and an even better stick save from McMillan. O'Rourke hangs it in at the point, and Banashevitz works it back. There's Jadala. Lath working it to the middle. Can't find it. There's Mura. Mura now with a shot, and it just got blocked. And now a rush comes back out. Rushing it forward, that's Ian McGlynn. McGlynn now rushes it forward. O'Rourke was there to pick it back up. And there's Lath Jadala rushing it through the middle. Jadala with a ripper, and it goes just over the net. That one was on pins and needles, ladies and gentlemen. What a shot there.
Really just a fantastic start by this ice pack. They're aggressive in their attack, and they're getting their shots often. Once those start getting on target, we're going to see a very different game.
Cam Mazakowski now the back player for the Pack, and there's Ryan Kinney. Kinney, a face we did not see in the Virginia Tech game, if I'm not mistaken. He might have been there, but he might have passed my eye. I might be partially blind in some games. There's Cam Mazakowski now hanging on to it. Goes behind the net, and there we have our first icing of the game with 18:35 left to go.
Well, we've certainly had a lot of action in the early goings here. Ice Pack very dominant so far. Most of the possession going to them in these first couple minutes. They are getting their shots. Again, they've really just got to start making them. And we've talked so much about their offense. There's not much more we can say about that.
Third line for State now on Ryan Kinney with a shot, and it goes just high. There's Tyler Alfonsetti. Gets bodied by a man from the Pirates. If I'm not mistaken, that was Nicholas DiGiovanni Antonio. We're going to have fun with that one tonight, ladies and gentlemen, for sure. Now hanging back onto it at the point. That was Thomas Bruning. Now goes back out in front. Ryan Kinney loses it. There's Alfonsetti. Alfonsetti back to Mazakowski, who throws it in. Merchant wasn't there. Tyler Alfonsetti now hanging on to it. Rushford was the man trailing. Rushford now through that I-40 traffic that we all hate, and it goes just wide. Mazakowski now with a strong forecheck from number 69. Again, what a nice play there from the Pirates. That was Mason McHone.
Their defense has held up so far. The Ice Pack has thrown a lot at them so far, but the Pirates are holding strong.
A misplay there by the Pirates leads to a rush back out. Trevor Merchant was leading that. Now hung on back to the point. And now back. Behind the net, Parker Zarek was there. Davis Hudson now will rush that back. Hudson with a man on his side. There's Owen Drugan. That was Brendan Seppi. It taken away. There they go, rushing up. That's Pattison. Pattison can't find a shot off, and the puck is now backhanded back in. Pattison with the recollection. Pattison once again, and that puck did not hit the mesh on the far side. Control once again by Davis Hudson. Who's going to lead a charge? Riley Johnson has some speed off his skate. There we go. There's Robinson. Johnson out, and with a backhand shot and a great save by McMillan early.
McMillan was just ready for that one. Johnson had a fantastic opportunity, managed to hit it back over his shoulder towards the goal, but McMillan was just ready and waiting. And again, Coach Coleman talked about how reactive he is and able to adapt to situations, which he did right there.
Carry back out once again on the rush. There we go. Body down. What a hit right there. What an amazing hit once again. I believe that was Seppi who laid that hit. And now it's carried back out. Johnson with a little bit of a misfire on his stick. There they go. Zarek at the point, and the puck is just gone. There's Johnson to the front. Robinson can't find a shot. With again and a shot, and it goes just wide. Johnson with the rebound, and it goes just through the doorstep. There's Zarek. Zarek now hanging in onto it at the half wall. There's Robinson. Robinson sticks and needles with a shot, and he scores! Riley Johnson in the slot, 1-0 NC State.
Just a fantastic shot right there. Again, those passes crashing down on the net. Fantastic job getting him the puck right out in front, and a great job of converting right there.
What a start here for the Pack, Logan. One of our consistent keys is, of course, to get that first goal in the first 10 minutes for that quick jump, and my, oh my, did they get that jump.
Really, that's the spark plug to their offense. Once they score, they usually come in bunches, so we'll potentially see a lot more in the coming minutes here.
We'll wait for the official assists on that play. But wow, oh wow, what a shot right there. Alex Fong also getting in some action tonight. Last time we saw him was in the Duke game a long time ago. And it looks like it was an offsides there with 16:10 left to go here.
Fans are riled up here. Early goal for the Ice Pack. Can see a lot more happening here.
ECU fans that are watching tonight, if any of you, want to welcome you to tonight's broadcast as well. If at any point I mispronounce any names, please tweet our Twitter account @IntoThePack and let us know. That way I can deliver the best coverage possible alongside Logan here. We don't want any angry pitchfork mobbers walking outside of our on-campus apartments late at night. That's my biggest fear. Seppi loses control of that puck. It's now behind the net, out in front. Hutchison with an amazing blocker save down low. And now it's back in the corner. Alex Fong with the forecheck. There they go. There's Keelan for the ECU Pirates. Keelan loses it, and there's Hudson once again, and it's carried back out once again, and now it's back through the middle.
The ECU defense has done a good job. They've been jumping those sloppy passes, and we have seen some sloppy passes out of the Ice Pack so far. Really just high risk, but high reward too, as they've gotten that goal early.
Now the Russians carry back through with a good hit right there against Ian McGlynn. O'Rourke now with a flittering pass, intercepted strongly up top by Moses. And now the puck is sent all the way back to McMillan, the goaltender. Hutchison now will hang on to that one. Play has died down a little bit now with 15-11 left to go.
Really, again, we can't talk enough about that offense. When you've got goal scorers like Johnson, Banashevitz, and Jadala, you have so many threats out there. The defense can't stop them all. ECU doing their best right now, unable to really shore up, though. Plenty of opportunities for the Ice Pack here early.
Puck is sent back in at the blue line. Ian O'Rourke will be the trailing man on that play. The Pirates are now collected back in the corner. Losing it. What a hit there by Mura. Now carried it through. Intercepted once again. Back out in front. Again, and it goes just wide of Hutchison. An amazing play down low. I heard a whistle.
I, too, hear whistles.
And it will be. I believe it was just an offside on that play.
Looks like it for right now.
The net actually came off.
That would also be a reason for the whistles.
I need some glasses.
Well, I'd offer you mine, but I'm afraid that they wouldn't help you much.
Well, also, you're using them.
That is also true.
That is very important.
That is also true.
I mean, I have a nice pair of sunglasses back at home, but it's not bright enough in here. They're not prescription either, so. Face-off draw won there by ECU, and now the puck is back in the corner. Nikita Anastratov with a strong forecheck there to try to drive that puck away. Back in the slot, there's ECU with a shot and a great save there. Blocked actually out in front by O'Rourke. McHone shot that puck. Once again, what a steal from Sam Banashevitz, and he carries it back in with a quick pass to Lace Jadala through the middle. There's Jadala waiting his options. Banashevitz to the front. Anastratov, what a save by McMillan.
Coach Coleman talked about that stretch ability that McMillan has. McMillan just extending there to get the tip on what looked like a great shot there.
14:24 left to go. This has been a very back-and-forth game so far here, Logan. But I want to take a quick look back at actually the Riley Johnson goal, of course.
Yeah.
Obviously, we don't have that replay technology here just yet, but still talking about their ability to control the puck down low and get it to the slot.
Their possession really has just been dominated by that. They've been getting the puck down low, and they've been trying to get those shots down in the slot. Whether or not they've been converted so far, a verdict is still out. But If they can get those shots, eventually they'll start going.
There's
for it.
Kinney. 2-1 if they hurry. Kinney with a shot, and it goes just high. Goes that back out to the front. They lose eyes of that puck. I think they went blind right there for a second. There's Alfonsetti once again. Third line back out for NC State. Forechecked well there by ECU. There's Alfonsetti. Alfonsetti with a juke move. There he goes. Back on front. Merchant to the front of the net. On the side, and McMillan hangs on. Strong play there from the true freshman goaltender.
McMillan has done a fantastic job. Aside from that first early goal, he has been an iron wall so far. Not much more you can ask from him if you're ECU.
Rush for it, and a great block there by the Pirates. Blocking that shot, of course, was Hunter Moses. Hunter Moses comes from Fort Bragg. One of the more interesting things. And Coach Coleman talked before the game as well about how a lot of his players are from different areas.
He also talked about trying to import more players because he doesn't have that base right now. Talked about a lot of the local kids from this area going into state because why leave when you've got a program such as this?
There's Moses, intercepted by Rushford. Rusher with a shot, and it goes just wide. Rushford was bodied down after the shot. And he hangs on to it once again. And behind the net, they're setting something up. There's Robinson. Robinson out in front. Zarek couldn't find anything. And now it's carried back through. Rushford couldn't find it at the blue line. Rushford still handling onto it. Forecheck well by Steven Zawada. Rushford goes headfirst into the boards. No play after that. Puck is still controlled down low. Mustard and Custard down low. And it looks like there's going to be a stoppage.
Looks like we had a little bit of a trip there from ECU.
We're waiting to see who's going to go to the box. There's Zawada. That's Steven Zawada. Comes from Brick, New Jersey. That'll be probably a 2-minute tripping call. That'll be State's first power play of the night. And State did a good job on their power plays in Virginia Tech. Capitalized a lot in that game as well. They're looking to continue that momentum. Special teams in general were very strong as well.
And that's something they struggled with early on in the year, those special teams. And despite the fact that they were getting those wins, they were not winning in special teams between the power play and penalty kills. They just didn't have that ability to make something happen while they were up a man.
There's Ian O'Rourke with a chance to make something happen with a shot from the point and an amazing save there. And the puck is held on by McMillan.
Fans, it's your chance to win free Potbelly catering. Potbelly Sandwich Shop is teaming up with PackTV to give away $50 worth of Potbelly catering each week during the NC State hockey season. There's no minimum to pick up your free $50 order. To enter, go to go.ncsu.edu/potbelly. That's go.ncsu.edu/potbelly.
There's Johnson hanging on to it with Eric Muir at the point. Muir still looking for his first goal of the year. First goal as an Ice Pack member. And there's Muir again. O'Rourke now hanging on to it. They need to get a shot off. O'Rourke circling his options. Muir now with the backhand collection. Muir with a quick shot from a point. McMillan hangs on, swallows that one whole.
Ice Pack is going to need to find a way to figure out this defense. The ECU defense doing a good job aside from that first early goal. Too many possessions they're giving up right now, though, to the Ice Pack.
Hunter Moses, to me, has been one of the most prominent players for ECU so far.
Yes.
Great job in the possession, of course, making his voice, well, playing actions known. There's Nikita Anastratov. Won that draw. Mura once again. Jadala at the half wall. Wide open space. Sends it back to Mura. Mura now over to Ian O'Rourke. Ian O'Rourke now with a little bit of some crisscrossy moves. Mura again with the shot, and he goes just wide of McMillan. And Estradov couldn't find it, and now he's back in the corner. And Estradov still looks for it back to Mura. Mura now. Great penalty kill job there, and a great save. Goes actually just wide of the net. There's Anastratov. Banashevitz hangs on to it. Captain Clutch now makes a pass over to Eric Mura. Back to Banashevitz, looks to rip it. Can't find the shot, goes to O'Rourke. O'Rourke fans on it, and it goes just wide. A great sweeping play there by Drew Chastanov from the ECU Pirates. And there's O'Rourke. O'Rourke now with a bank pass to the point to Mira. Mira over to Banashevitz. There's Banashevitz to the front of the net. Anastratov can't tip it home. There's O'Rourke. O'Rourke again with a shot. Banashevitz, and it goes just high. What a chance right there from the Ice Pack. Their best since the Riley Johnson goal. There's Jadala. Jadala deflected off his own man. And now the puck is sent flying back. And it looks to be, it was almost an all-man rush. But no luck there.
Ice Pack had an opportunity there. They've just got to convert on those chances as they rush it back down here.
Banashevitz with the ripper. And a great shot blocked there by Patrick Pattison. Banashevitz bodies down a man. He's a two-way forward now. Good stuff. There's Todd. Todd behind the net. Todd looking for some options. Rushford now back. Penalty is now expired for ECU. Back out to the front. There's Tom with a shot. Silky moves and he can't pot it away. Puck is held on to 1-0 here. 10:30 left to go. Zach Sawaya here for PackTV alongside Logan Ward. This has been a game.
It absolutely has, and we've seen good things out of both teams here so far. ECU doing a great job on defense, unable to transfer that to offense, though. IcePack are getting those opportunities, and they need to convert. They've done a great job of stopping ECU from getting anything started.
Eric Todd, Alex Fong, and it seems to be that Owen Drugan is the new fourth line for the IcePack. Alex Avetta is sitting out tonight alongside Matt Costigan. Owen Drugan now will send that puck behind. Picking that puck up was Pattison. Pattison now sent that puck over to the open stick of Brian Mira, Eric Mira's brother. The puck did not end up going to him. Now hanging on to it once again. There they go. Seppi now is still controlling there. Seppi is the team's 7th D tonight. Adjusting a lot of different guys, of course. Recycling guys getting ready for the crucial game against Wilmington tomorrow, which can determine if they clinch the Carolina Division title.
Yeah. No, and it's something they definitely need to focus on. Again, talking about those fresh legs that these players need to try to maintain for the game tomorrow. This is an important game, and they want to get the win, but Wilmington's going to be a tough battle.
Puck is iced once again. 9:40 left to go here. Let's go back to that job on the power play done right there by that top power play unit in Banashevitz, Jadala, and, of course, Anna Stradov. There was really good slot movement there, and Banashevitz almost had a great shot into the net, but the backhand just went a little bit too high. Bad luck?
Yeah, really just it comes down to bad luck there. They got the opportunities. The puck just didn't bounce the way they wanted to. And, again, credit to McMillan for doing a great job with presence in net.
Rushford now. Rushford hanging on to it back in the corner. Now there that goes. Rushford still hanging on to it. Out in front, Alfanzetti couldn't fire home a shot. Alfanzetti with Merchant at the blue line. Back out to the slot. Kinney just throws that one in. It was intercepted well. Hanging back onto that one is the Pirates. Now it's sent back out. Rushford. Rushford beats out a man in Giovannato. Oh my. That's a name. Puck is sent back out. There's McMahon. McMahon now. Great job there by Kinney to deflect that play away. Merchant now loses it. Now that puck is sent back in by Pattison. Pattison is the team captain for ECU. There's Trevor Merchant once again looking for his 4th of the year with a clap bomb and a great shot block by Thomas Bruning. And it's just thrown back in. A lot of back and forth, but it seems like McMillan is getting his workout in for the week.
Absolutely, and that's something that the IcePack have done all season long, especially against those top goalkeepers they play against. They kind of chip away at them until they finally get something to go, and I think that's what we're going to see with McMillan. We'll see if he can stand up to the challenge.
Around the NHL as well, the Hurricanes just lost to the Ottawa Senators 4-1. Hockey in North Carolina took a little bit of a step back tonight with that one after the recent acquiring of Nito Niederreiter. But it's still good to see that a lot of fans did end up going tonight. It was Star Wars night, hoping to see much more promotional events for the IcePack going forward as well. Still waiting the official word on the breast cancer awareness date, but we'll go forward with that. There's Johnson. Johnson once again with the shot and a great shot block once again. O'Rourke with the rebound just wide. Johnson, and he scores! Riley Johnson rips it home for his 2nd of the night.
Johnson just so dominant. Again, one of those super newcomers that we've talked about how he's going to be one of the key players for years to come for the IcePack, and I think he's demonstrated why in the first period here tonight.
8:19 left to go. We were getting a little bit of a lull there. I was about to whip out some of my recipes from my latest Pinterest binge. I forgot the word there, Logan. Didn't we say we were going to work on like a dictionary like back a few weekends ago, I want to say?
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Probably.
Continually adding to that. We got to revisit that.
I say that every game. But nonetheless, 2-0 now. IcePack lead off of 2 amazing goals by Riley Superman Johnson. Just to give you some quick context here, Riley Johnson coming into this game was 2nd in the team in goals, and now that'll be his 20th of the year, just behind Sam Banashevitz.
Just dominant on offense. You can't ask much more for him this season. He's provided it everything that they really need, and he continues to do so here against the Pirates.
Waiting official word now from the IcePack bench. Coach Gazzillo seems to be saying something. I don't want to get into specifics, of course. As I always say, I like my job. I don't want to lose it. But it seems there was a little bit of a scuffle. It's fine. The face-off draw is won there by ECU. That was Zawada, who won that draw. 2-0 now, NC State leads. Riley Johnson has scored the last 2 goals now. And there's Robinson, again with the charge, out in front. Johnson now could not collect that pass and is sent just wide. Robinson now once again hanging on to it. Robinson still working forward with a toe drag move, and he completes it, but can't hang on to it. There's Mira, a great sweeping check move there by Mira against Ian McLinn for the ECU Pirates. An amazing job there. You can't really deny ECU's forecheck there, Logan.
No, they've done a great job. Again, on defense, they're getting the stops, but they need to get some consistency in getting on offense.
Zarek through the mouth, and I think I meant to say mouth there. That came out wrong. Zarek through the mouth, and no one was there to collect that pass. There's Eric Mira. Mira now with the tip by O'Rourke, and it's sent wide. There's McLinn. McLinn with a quick pass to McHone. Sent just wide. A lot of mix here tonight. There's Johnson. Johnson loses that puck. Puck control hasn't been too much of an issue tonight, but the puck has been a little bit bouncy, if you ask me.
Yes.
And now the puck is sent back to team captain Patrick Patterson.
Somebody we didn't really talk that much about going into the game, but Coach Coleman did tell us about his importance to the team and the leadership he provides, talking about how as a coach he can scream at them all he wants, but Patterson's really the one that can inspire them.
Back out to the front, and a good shot right there. Sent wide. Hutchison, it's back there. It's on the side of the net. And now it's swept away, hanging on to it. Looks like it's sent just wide. There's Miles Ferrone, the team 7th defenseman. Sam Banashevitz now hangs on to it, and it's sent just back in. There's a penalty. State will be going off on an interference call.
Looks like Anastratov really just took a shot there out in front of the goal. Maybe hoping the referees weren't looking at that one. Really just shoved him in the back.
And there has been some equipment issues as well with Nikita
Yes.
and Nashadov as well. Have heard murmurings from coaches and, equipment. I don't talk to equipment. If I did, that'd be really weird. Now taking that draw is McLinn for the ECU Pirates. This is their first power play opportunity of the night. State was not able to capitalize on their first power play as the puck is sent all the way back in to be controlled well there by McMillan.
Hasn't mattered too much, though. Lack of success on that one power play. Up 2-0 with about 6 minutes and 15 seconds remaining here in the first period. Ice Pack lead.
Puck almost taken away. Great job there by Trevor Merchant, really dogging that puck. And now there's McLinn. McLinn now skating it back, flanking him on his side. There's Keelan. Keelan now is trailing McLinn. Mazakowski lost control of that. It's sent all the way back. Mazakowski still losing that offensive flair that we loved oh so much last year. And the puck is sent back out. ECU really needs to control their passing on this power play.
And again, going back to what you said about Mazakowski, lacking that offensive flair, the Ice Pack have more than been able to make up for the lack of production there. Newcomers Johnson doing a great job, and then Laith Jadala as well.
Pass by Keelan sent just wide. There they go. ECU now rushing back in. Alfanzetti now will take control of that with Merchant trailing closely behind. Alfanzetti, great stick move right there. A little bit of a joystick. And there he goes with some speed. Loses that puck. A great pack check once again by the Pirates. And now it's sent back in. Alfanzetti now carries it through. Alfanzetti works his way around a man and can't quite get anything done on that one. And now it's carried back out once again.
Alfanzetti seemingly taking on the entire ECU defense down there.
Hutchison now hangs on in a good glove save. 5:04 left to go here. It's been a pretty lopsided first period, I would say, but ECU's had their moments.
ECU has definitely had their moments. They've had some great stops on defense, and more than once they have picked off a sloppy, errant pass from the Ice Pack. But the Ice Pack overall have just been dominant in forcing their will on the offensive side.
Eric Ta wins that draw, and Seppi will make the clear. Zarek now with some wheels, fastest skater in the ACCHL, will make his way all the way back down. Controlled well once again by the Pirates. Looks like that was Captain Pattison. Pattison will now ensue in a mustard and custard batter down low in the corner. Zarek now almost lost control of that, and there's Todd. Todd now hanging on to it with about 10 seconds left to go here on this NC State kill. Looks like they will get it done. Crucial moment there for the Ice Pack in terms of their special teams. Now the puck is sent back in. It's getting physical now, a little bit chippy. And now we got some fights going on. There's Eric Todd in a little bit of a lockup. The linesman does have a hand on Zarek's back just after State kills one. Looks like he'll be going off on a high sticking. Unfortunate there for the Ice Pack. They were gaining a little bit of momentum back, but they couldn't do anything about that.
Did a great job on the kill there. Unfortunate to see Zarek go off so soon after Anastradov just returned. Ice Pack hopefully going to find a way to make that work.
Ryan Kenny will be taking that draw. Looks like he'll be going against Nicholas DiGiovantonio. Sent all the way back. There's Eric Todd. Eric Todd with the forecheck, couldn't quite find it. Ryan Kinney now on his side. Brendan Seppi and Davis Hudson are the D pair for that unit. Puck is sent flying back ahead through the neutral zone. There they go. There's Seppi. Seppi now with another clear back to their own end. Again, special teams have been critical for State. Their penalty kill tonight, trying to go 0 for 2. State is 0 for 1 on the power play so far tonight. 3:56 left to go. $1:26 left to go on the penalty kill here for State against Parker Zarek, taking a box for high sticking. Back through. McGlynn loses that. There's Johnson. Johnson with the takeaway, and there he goes. An amazing board chip pass. Can he make it? He gets some wheels. Johnson with a shot. No chance on that one. Will just go wide. Seppi now throws it to the back, and no one was there to collect it. But Robinson now will hang on to it.
Johnson getting those opportunities, enforcing his will on the offensive side here. Look for more scoring from him before the night's done.
Robinson with a great move, and he just cannot fire it home. Sent back out again, and great job there by McGlynn. Johnson couldn't finish off the move, but Robinson sends it back. Johnson to Robinson, and it doesn't go in. I don't know how that did not go in, but what a job. There's Robinson. Robinson gets tripped up. No call on that play. There is. We're going to go to 4-on-4 action for 37 more seconds. Then State gets their second power play of the night.
Looking to convert on that one. They've gotten their opportunities. They've done a great job here. Really, you'd imagine the score would be a little bit more lopsided than it is right now, but a 2-0 lead for the Ice Pack is nothing to sneeze at. Riley Johnson looking for that hat trick here in the first period. Already got 2 goals, well on his way.
3:05 left to go here, and I think fans are still piling in here, Logan. This is the most packed I've seen the Iceplex in quite some time. I don't think you can basically move down there.
No, you're certainly trying to get as many people in as you can, but there comes a point where it's just uncomfortable for everybody involved.
Anastradov won that draw back to Ian O'Rourke, but O'Rourke could not hang on to that one, and now it's sent back into the NC State end. The Battle of the Muras tonight has been the storyline. Not much action from both, but we have seen some puck possession from Eric Mura, so hopefully we're going to get at least a shot from him.
Mura potentially elevating his game because he's playing against his brother.
Eric Mura hangs onto that one with the great forecheck there by Zawada. There's Banashevitz with some legs. There he goes. Good speed. There's Banashevitz around a man, looking for his 22nd of the year. Great job checking there from the Pirates. There's Mura. Mura again, tipped out in front. Anastradov couldn't get a stick on that play. Now hanging on at the point. Patterson gets it around Mura, and the puck is sent back in. Penalty to Devin Mazel from the ECU Pirates. 1:08 left to go on this power play for State, and Jadala will rush it through. Jadala once again. Great job moving from him, and there's Banashevitz. Banashevitz with Mura at the top of the slot. Mura once again. Banashevitz with a bomb, and a great save by McMillan. There's Jadala once again. Jadala, you know him well. Sell houses and score goals. There's Mura. Back over to Banashevitz, and he can't quite get a stick on that one. And there's Jadala once again, holding on to that stick. There's Mura. Tipped out in front. No one there to collect it on the mouth. Amazing job from the Ice Pack to really apply pressure there, Logan.
Both teams looking pretty weak on the opportunities that they've gotten these power plays. Something that both teams are going to look to improve upon. They've had their opportunities, 2 fouls apiece in this first period.
There's Rushford once again. Rushford has been a little bit not offensive here, but there he goes. Rushford once again off the glove of McMillan. No job on that. There's Jadala. Jadala still working it. About 10 seconds left to go here. State going to go 0 for 2. Back out. Alfanzetti can't find a man. Alfanzetti will pass it back to Jadala, and the puck goes just wide. Patterson, I believe, got a stick on it. Penalty's over. Mazakowski with a bomb and a great save by McMillan with the rebound just going wide. Rushford again. Rushford to Jadala. Jadala back out. He can't find anybody. Still hanging on to it. Pins and needles back down there. There's Alfanzetti. There's Rushford. Rushford back to Mazakowski. Mazakowski trying to find his offensive flair. And there's Rushford. Rushford with a shot and held on by McMillan with 39 seconds left to go.
Great save there by McMillan. just reaching out and somehow willing that into his glove there. Not much more. Again, he's done a good job here in this first period. His defense allowing far too many opportunities in the early goings.
Several good looks there from Cam Mazikowski as well on this very packed Iceplex night. There's Alex Fong. Fong, who has 1 assist on the year so far, really wants to get on the score sheet. Awaiting things to happen here with about 35 seconds left to go. As we've talked about before, this place is absolutely swamped here, Logan. Probably breaking a fire hazard at this point, but, you know, oh well. Sent back in, Drugan with a great shot and is sent again just wide. Fong back to Mazikowski with a bomb, and it goes right by the net. Alice Rushford now cycling onto it. Rushford loses that play, and the Pirates will carry it back out. Rushing it back forward once again. There goes Moses. Moses will send that puck in for Mazikowski's collection. About 10 seconds left to go here. Pretty safe to say this period is done. Mazikowski will try to start one more rush. Will want to clear that one, but is taken back at the blue line. Great block there by Rushford, and that's the period. 2-0 at the end of one. 2 goals from Riley Johnson, and all in all, a special teams showdown. Both teams 0 for 2 on the power play, 2 for 2 on the penalty kill. Logan, some quick thoughts.
Both teams got to improve on their special teams. They need to make the most of those opportunities. ECU's defense is doing well considering all the opportunities their offense is giving to the Ice Pack offense. As we hear the Wolfpack chants down below, it's clear to see that the Ice Pack had just a dominant first period here as we go into the second.
Loud crowd, loud events going on here. We're going to take a quick break, come back with some intermission analysis right here on PackTV. It was an amazing first period for the most part. Special teams, of course, was the story. No glaring problems there for State. What did you see from them?
Well, they just had a good all-around period. They did a great job on offense getting those 2 goals from Riley Johnson. They need to get a consistent attack, though. They need to get those shots to go in. They're getting plenty of opportunities, but the ECU defense has done a good job of clogging their lanes towards the net. They've just got to find ways to circumvent that. On defense, they've done a good job so far.
A relatively silent period from one of our players to watch, and Hayden Anderson, who's the team's leading scorer this season with 11 goals. Very offensively quiet for the most part, but Patrick Pattison is a player that stood out to me at least. Great offensive showing by him. What did you like from Pattison and, more importantly, their goaltender, McMillan?
Well, I really just liked the energy he brought to the defense. He did a great job. Again, the coach talked about all that stuff that he provides, the leadership, the energy, the stuff that he really just can bring to the team that the coach can't on the ice. So the fact that he can spark plays like getting steals and stuff like that, he's done a fantastic job, and you can't ask much more from him. Again, the defense isn't the issue for ECU. They've got to get that offense going.
Offense going will be important, of course, but State's offense has been rolling. Going to do a quick recap of the first 2 goals. Riley Johnson, an outstanding job by the team's freshman's winger, I would say. Yeah. Some of these guys, of course, are not true freshmen per se. They're not 18. They're coming off of years of junior hockey, so now they're back here trying to play for the crest on their jersey. But Riley Johnson's first few goals, what did you like about his net placement on those plays, especially the second one, which is more of a truly strong net presence?
He just did a fantastic job getting it in the back of the net. You can't ask much more from him. He's done a wonderful job on offense, 2 goals to his name, the only goals in the entire game so far. But the way that he crashed down and just got the open look, his teammates did a great job of getting the puck to him, though, in those open slots.
Especially on that first goal as well. We're going to talk about that one. I was in love with that play personally because they're finally utilizing some of the biggest things that we've been looking for from Ice Pack fans, of course, is the ability to put a man dead in the middle in the slot and just fire it home, especially that. What do we need to see that from the other couple lines going forward here?
They've really just got to get those opportunities. Anastratov had a good opportunity there, just couldn't get the puck through his legs there. They've had several opportunities like that with the lone man just down in the middle, one-on-one with McMillan. Again, I think that's a testament to McMillan's play more than the Ice Pack. McMillan has just done a fantastic job out there. The rest of the team has got to help him out.
Especially that. We're going to take a quick break right here on PackTV. We'll be back with some more after this break. Well, hello there. Welcome back to the Iceplex here in North Raleigh Boulevard. Zach Sawaya alongside Logan Ward here for tonight's matchup. State leads 2-0 after one here. Special teams have been the story. We talked a lot about Riley Johnson and everything like that in the second period. How has the team's leading his goal scorer, Sam Benishevitz, looked so far tonight?
He's looked good. He's getting those passes. He's doing a great job of just providing those opportunities for the rest of the team. His shots haven't been falling here so far, but he's done a good job of getting open, again, crashing that net, being the lone man in the middle on a few occasions there. But, again, they've just got to start hitting on those opportunities. And, again, you just got to find a way to solve McMillan.
Coach Gazzillo as well has talked to me a lot about this. Last year they had a team that was mainly a grinding depth team with guys like an Eric Webb, guys like Andrew Kristoff, but now they've elevated into more high-scoring guys. So the system is more able to be utilized here. Almost similar to a Kevin Keats full-court press, if you ask me. But in general, what have you liked so far about the team's all-around offensive play and their ability and their transition game?
I've really just enjoyed seeing their aggression out there. They're doing a great job of getting those opportunities, and fundamentally their passes have been much better here in the early goings. We'll see if that continues in the second and third periods. But so far in that first period, they were very good. They had a couple sloppy errant passes here and there that just got picked off by ECU defenders. But overall, they've just done a great job of converting on those opportunities, or attempting to convert on those opportunities, not getting those to fall yet. But as long as they keep getting open, they'll chip away.
Ian Hutchison had a strong first period as well. Not tested a lot, but still came up when he needed to come up. What did you like from his game, especially his technically sound game, which this team really needed tonight?
Well, he's done a great job of just being patient and waiting it out. He has a fantastic presence in net, and I'd say that he and McMillan are kind of on par right now. McMillan, of course, letting in those 2 goals, so there's obviously a discrepancy there. But Hutchison has just done a great job when he's been called on, and he hasn't been that often here so far. Defense for the Ice Pack reigning supreme so far.
It's going to be another big second period for sure here. We're going to take a break here on PackTV. Be back for a puck drop for the second period when I get my words straight right here on PackTV. Back at the Iceplex here in Raleigh, North Carolina, Zach Sawai alongside Logan Ward. The guys are just about to come back onto the ice in this very packed Iceplex environment, and to be quite honest with you, I don't think I've seen a crowd ever this loud or this rowdy here.
No, this is by far the largest crowd we've ever had. That Charlotte one was intense, but hopefully we don't have the same ending to that one. Most of the crowd seemed to filter out of that Charlotte one at the end there.
You know, and for the most part, Logan, I have my stories prepped in case the glass does break tonight. Before the game, I don't know if anybody saw it, but there was a youth game going on between the Youth Sharks and this other hockey team. You know, I'm never good with names, but nonetheless, some of the NC State fans came before the game and were very excited to see these kids on the ice. They were banging on the glass, and one quote that I heard from a very astute observer, and his name was Logan Ward, said basically the glass is not going to last for this game. Hopefully that doesn't ring true because, you know, I have stories, but I sometimes don't like to listen to myself talk, so that's always a fun thing. But heading back into the second period, teams take the ice. Ian Hutchison now back out. Talking about some of his goalie gear so far. One thing I do like about his helmet, I want to say it's a Yeti.
Your guess is as good as mine. I can't see very well from up here, but that would appear to be what he has on it.
He's either patriotic and it's the eagle, or he's embracing the cold and it's a Yeti. Whatever it may be, I'm not a fashion expert.
It could also be some strange mixture between the two.
There's that NC State think and do mentality.
Absolutely.
Combining things. One of those hybrid breeds. Like in biology, when you use those Punnett squares to determine the phenotypes and the genotypes, just going back and forth there down the line. Whew. Just determining what's going to happen.
And that's our science time for this evening. Back to the hockey, though. Really looking forward to seeing this second period. A fantastic job by the Ice Pack so far. The offense continues to play strong as they have all season. Defense has also done a fantastic job here. Hutchison in goal, also with the perfect game so far. We'll see if ECU can find a way to break through this barrier.
And they're going to have to. They're going to have to look to their leading scorer, of course, Hayden Anderson, for that as well. But going into more in-depth about the things, Logan, what have you liked from NC State's bottom six? The lines with Tyler Alfonsetti, Trevor Merchant, and several other of those very key players in the Ice Pack lineup.
Well, I think they've just done a fantastic job in the early goings here so far. When you can count on your players in the lower end of the rotation to just come in and do their job, you can't ask for much more from them. They've done a wonderful job of just holding strong and protecting this lead that the starters have built, especially Riley Johnson. So when Riley Johnson gets those early goals and you can have players come in and just do a great job of holding on to that lead and providing hustle and defense energy right here, not much more you can ask from your team. ECU going to get the early goings here as the Ice Pack defense stops them.
Ian Hutchison now with a good play on that puck to send it back. And there they go once again, controlled back in the corner. There goes Ian O'Rourke. Ian O'Rourke hanging on to it. Big thanks as well to all the PackTV crew members here who are making this broadcast possible. We are extremely grateful for all their hard work and all the people watching. Drop pass! Banashevitz! What a save by McMillan. They are wasting no time here, Logan.
Absolutely not. Getting that fast start here. McMillan ready for that one. Banashevitz just did a wonderful job of getting that shot off from the location he wanted. McMillan again, though, just using that stretchability that we heard about.
Nikita Anastratov now will be taking that draw. Ian O'Rourke at the back face-off dot, waiting for something to happen, and there they go. A good drawing there by Zawada. Zawada now behind the net. There's Captain Pattison. Pattison now with the pass, intercepted well. State now with the strong forecheck. There's O'Rourke. O'Rourke and Mira now back in the neutral zone defending a rush. There's McLean. McLean now rushing that puck in. Body checked well there by Ian O'Rourke, getting those fans rowdy back in the corner. Please don't break the ice. PSA from your friendly neighborhood broadcasters. Now the puck is now back in the corner. Anastratov now. A lot of mustard and custard down low there, boys. Now they're trying to hang on to that puck and battle for it. Puck is sent through the doorstep and is sent just wide. Mura now with a quick attack there. There's Jadala. Jadala's got some speed. Banashevitz is trailing. No luck there. Mira couldn't hang on to that one. The puck is sent back out. Mazakowski almost lost that one. Carried back in once again. There was Mazel. Mazel took a seat earlier for a penalty. Has 2 penalty minutes on the night, has been offensively quiet. And there goes the rush. Zawada. Zawada's out in front. Can't find it. Hutchison will hang on to that puck. Amazing job so far here with 18:31 left to go here in the second. Your thoughts so far here?
I think that was the best opportunity of the night ECU has had. Unable to convert there. Hutchison just doing a great job with his body positioning, staying in front of the puck, making sure that that shot was going to be as difficult as possible for this ECU offense. ECU offense has got to find a way to get past this defense more consistently, and the Ice Pack have continued their dominance.
Tyler Alfonsetti won that faceoff against Carter Casico. Again, there's Alfonsetti. Alfonsetti with a shot and a great save there by McMillan. There's Trevor Merchant. Merchant loses that puck. There's Ryan Kinney. There's Tyler Alfonsetti now hanging back onto that one with Ellis Rushford at the point. And now it's sent back out. A strong play there by the Pirates, and there they go. Alfonsetti can't hang on to that one. And it's sent back just wide. Again, as I was saying earlier, if there's any fans that are listening and if I get any names wrong, please do not be afraid to tweet us at Into the Pack or, of course, comment on our YouTube live stream to let us know. I want to make sure that we can provide the best coverage possible here. And now a puck is sent back. There's Ryan Kinney. Ryan Kinney now with a shot, and it's swallowed whole by McMillan. 17:42 left to go here. The Ice Packs so far have been dominant in puck possession, but they just not have been able to capitalize. What do they need to do?
They've really just got to get those shots off. They've got to find the opportunities that they're looking for, and they're getting the passes off. They're getting in position. They just have to convert. Regardless of McMillan's ability, they just need to get those goals to go in.
Mazakowski from the point, and it goes off of McMillan's shoulder. An amazing job there. Zarek won that draw unofficially, I would say. And now the puck is sent all the way back into the corner. Mazakowski now handing on to, there's Robinson. Robinson now goes behind the net. Robinson looking for an open man. Rushford is now just leaking through the slot. And there goes Robinson once again, back in the corner, still hanging on to it. Loses it. Now hanging on to it is Brian Mira, the clone of Eric Mira. There they go. There's Zarek. Zarek now back out in front. There's Robinson. Robinson to Zarek. Zarek with a shot. An amazing save there by McMillan. What a job. And there's Rushford once again. There's Johnson. Back out to Zarek. Zarek now over to Mazakowski. Mazakowski can't get the shot off. Loses possession of that puck. Sent back down low. Robinson. This is a set play. There they go. There's Robinson. Robinson really working it. This is something that the Ice Pack have been doing all night so far. Great job with the possession down low once again by the guys in red and white.
They've just done a fantastic job of maintaining possession, getting those shots off. They need to get those shots to fall, though, and that's easier said than done. But they need to find those opportunities, find a way to just get McMillan out of net.
There they go. There's McCone. McCone loses that puck, and now it's hang on back by Fong. That puck did clip the mesh, but it was a little bit of that gray area because the mesh goes just a little bit under the boards. No penalty called there. Hudson will now carry that puck through. Great possession. There's Hudson. Hudson looking for a man. Great save by McMillan. Left open for the rebound. No one there to slap it home.
These two goalies have just been arguably the best player on both of their teams. Wonderful job from the Ice Pack offense of getting that opportunity, and an even better job by McMillan to stop it.
15:56 left to go here in the second period. As always, it's an amazing job so far by the guys who are controlling the music. Love the up-tempo choice in trap beats. Exquisite taste. As now the Pirates control it back in the defensive end. There's Eric Todd. Todd now back through the middle. An amazing job defending him right there by the Pirates. Getting physical now. Seppi with a hit on a man. Believe that was a hit on Brian Mura. He is a hated guy tonight. I don't understand why there, Logan. I thought he was a nice guy.
Always got that that sibling rivalry right there.
There's Todd.
Show up your team.
Todd now. There's Seppi. Seppi now hanging on to it with a shot. And McMillan will hang on to it. 15:25 left to go here. Waiting on a shot count here, but I want to say NC State has a lot of shots.
Ice Pack has taken more than their fair share of shots. Been taking some for ECU too, it seems. ECU not getting nearly as many off, and as such, the opportunities are highly in favor of the Ice Pack pulling away with this one.
Eric Todd will not win that draw. The Pirates will take control of it. The Seppi now pushes it back into the corner there for Drugan to control. Drugan now slowly hanging on to it, and there's Hudson. Now there's Todd. Todd with the possession and a drop pass. No one was there to collect it. Hudson once again with the bomb out in front. No one there to get it home. And there's Drugan once again. Drugan now behind. Trailed well by Thomas Bruning. Bruning now with a little bit of a sick play there by Moses. No call made on that play with a little bit of a hook. And now the puck is pushed through by McLean. McLean against Seppi. Seppi throttled to the ice. An amazing hit by Brendan Seppi to get this period going with 14:45 left to go. And now the puck is sent back. Back into the corner. Once again, Alfonsetti doing a great job of controlling the man. That was Hudson. Now carried back through. Puck sent not into the face of Hutchison. What an amazing block out in front. Play has died down just a little bit as McLean now hangs on to it. Now it's carried back in once again by Mazel. Mazel loses that, and Jugan now will hang on to it. Todd will try to chip that one out. No luck there. Drugan still has it. Skate to stick. There they go. Rush back out by Fong. Fong looking for something to happen, and is sent just wide.
Just a fantastic job by this Ice Pack. As per norm, as we're seeing throughout this game, they have definitely been the dominant side, getting those opportunities.
Hudson back over, and he shoots, and he scores! Laith Jadala, 3-0 NC State.
Just a fantastic possession right there. Kind of caught me off guard there. Jadala in perfect placement to receive that pass and just put it in the back of the net. Not much McMillan can do when you've got three players right in your face.
That'll be Jadala's 19th of the year. An amazing job.
We talk all the time about Riley Johnson and Sam Banishevitz and how much they mean to this team. Laith Jadala, though, one of those fantastic goal scorers on this roster who can score seemingly at will. Had a couple of hat tricks as well, I believe, this season.
Boy, oh boy, I forgot about those for a second there, Logan. Laith Jadala has had some games with offensive prowess, especially dating back to the Wake Forest game.
Yes.
Was one of the games that he just let loose. I don't think anybody could have stopped it, not even a farmer with a leash or a cattle prod. There's Sam Banishevitz back out to the front. McMillan with an amazing save, and there's Ian O'Rourke once again. And now that puck is sent back. There's Anastradov. Anastradov with the takeaway. Now he'll rush it back through. And now carrying it forward. There's Banishevitz once again. Banishevitz working it through with a shot, and it's blocked out in front. Now the puck is controlled once again. The puck is sent back out here. 13-18 left to go. 3-0 NC State. Now Leith Jadala gets into the action here. Zach Salaya here for PackTV alongside Logan Ward for tonight's action. Some quick updates, of course, around the ACCHL. We'll bring those shortly here once I can get them pulled up. But, of course, these are very crucial events if you are following it all with the Ice Pack. Of course, they've already clinched a spot in the ACCHL tournament, but they want to clinch the division.
And as important as clinching a spot in the playoffs is, if you clinch the division, it just gives you that much more confidence. Especially with that undefeated record, it would just be that much sweeter for the Ice Pack.
There's Banashevitz dumping it through. Updates from around the league. Virginia Tech has just topped powerhouse UVA 5-4 in a shootout. That is some big news. Puck is sent back through. ECU can't find the net. An amazing pass out to the front by DiGiovanni Antonio.
Just not able to convert there. Good job by Hutchison of being aware and ready for that one. Ice Pack offense has done a great job getting those opportunities, but ECU coming away with a rare opportunity there. Just not able to convert. Good placement on the pass. Not much more you can say there. They should have had that one.
Alfonsetti will lose that draw. Trevor Merchant once again try to get that puck back out, and there's Rushford back in the corner. Kinney now loses that one, and now that puck is sent all the way back. Captain Pattison is back on the ice, alongside other captain Andrew Keelan. Keelan will now send that through. Co-captains. There's Zawada, and Hutchison would just swallow that puck whole.
Just grabbed that one right out of the air, popped it up in front of him. He's had a perfect game so far. No goals on him.
But carrying it through here, they're going to want to really carry this momentum into the third. As we have talked about here, Logan, it's going to be crucial to stop any inopportune letting go of the lead, as things would call it. That was so grammatically incorrect here. But, of course, I am just paid to bring the excitement of the game, not to say things right. There's Ryan Kinney. Ryan Kinney carrying it through with a drop pass. There's Alfonsetti. Fans on the shot. McMillan will now hang on to that one.
Fans, it's your chance to win free Potbelly catering. Potbelly Sandwich Shop is teaming up with PackTV to give away $50 worth of Potbelly catering each week during the NC State hockey season. There's no minimum to pick up your free $50 order. To enter, go to go.ncsu.edu/potbelly. That's go.ncsu.edu/potbelly.
Mazakowski with a quick shot right there off a face-off win. Swallowed whole by McMillan. Got to say that name a lot, of course. Coming into this game, of course, Matthew McMillan has not been playing too well this season. Has a goals against average of over 5. Goodness gracious. Right now he's only given up 3, which is a good sign for the ECU defense. But they need to step up their top-heavy offense. Alfonsetti now just through the doorstep. And there's Mazakowski once again, who will send it flying back in. And Alice Rushford will try to hang on to that one. State trying to go 16-0 on the year. Currently ranked number 6 in the ACHL Southeast Division standings. Zach Sawai here alongside Logan Ward. No call on that play. What a job. Again, Hutchison. And I believe he got a piece of that off a shot from the Pirate offensive player. There's Kinney. Kinney with some legs, the Silkman himself. Odd man rush. 3-on-1 if they hurry. Alfonsetti makes a pass and it's just intercepted in the slot. Lost eyes. Kinney. What a save by McMillan. Once again, NC State's offense is just taking control of this game.
Physical play from both teams here. Several hard hits on that side of the ice. ECU trying to bring the physicality back. Maybe change the momentum here.
There they go. There's DeVille. There's Zarek. Zarek back over to Johnson looking for the hat trick. Tip out in front, and he scores! Alex Robinson tallies it up. 4-0 NC State.
Great team effort there by the Ice Pack. Robinson just capping off what was a great possession. Accurate passes, just getting the opportunity, catching McMillan off guard. McMillan have to wonder if he's starting to crumble under all this pressure from the Ice Pack offense.
Back out in front. Oh, my goodness. What a job right there from the passing. Amazing job there by Zarek and Johnson. Johnson set out in front. Robinson was out in front to tip it home for his 7th of the year. Amazing job once again by number 21 in red and white. There's Zarek once again. Zarek wants to make it 5-0. Will he? Not yet. And an amazing save by McMillan to hang on.
McMillan giving up those 4 goals. We keep saying that he's had a good game up to this point, but giving up 4 goals is never something that you want to see. But his defense has got to give him better help, hanging McMillan out to dry far too often.
Zarek now. Zarek playing center tonight. Pretty interesting. We usually see Alex Robinson at center, of course. And there's Seppi back at the point. Seppi now went off a shoulder of Zarek, I believe, and now they will carry it back out. Skating back out once again. There they go. There's the Pirates. Good tip right there. There's McMahon. McMahon, thank you for the pronunciation there from fellow ECU fans once again. There they go. On a rush. There's Johnson. Johnson will try to get to Robinson, and it's tipped wide by McMillan. Now back in the corner, there's Robinson. Robinson to Johnson. Johnson, and it goes just wide. Riley Johnson to Robinson. Robinson, and he scores! Alex Robinson, what a night. 5-0 NC State.
2 quick goals from Robinson there. ECU beginning to look a little lost out there as the Ice Pack continue to pull away. Now up 5-0 as McMillan has given up his goals against average in this halfway through this second period.
Good golly, Miss Molly. NC State has really taken home that $5 footlong there. They like that number 5 for sure.
Yes.
Just like $5 footlongs, they like 5 goals. I'm supposed to be a marketer, so hopefully that promoted Subway in some way. Eat fresh. Now the puck is sent back in through the middle of the slot in the neutral zone. There they go. Control once again. Fong body down back in the middle, and there's Hudson. Hudson now sent it back to Seppi. Seppi will now carry it through. Seppi now going to the back end, decides to throw a man down. If I'm not mistaken, that was Bruning back there.
No penalties here in this second period. Refs content to just let this one go.
And that may be the best course of action here. This has been a very back-and-forth, fast-paced game, but exciting for the fans and, of course, the teammates. And there's Hudson. Hudson with a cross-ice pass to Seppi as Drugan now will take that one back, and there's Eric Todd. Eric Todd back out to Fong. Fong now back behind the net, looking for an open man in the slot. Makes a backhand pass, spears it forward. There's Fong once again. Hudson with a great job back at the blue line, and there's Drugan. Drugan now back out to the middle, off a skate of an ECU player, and it goes just wide. Eric Todd will now hang back onto it. Eric Todd, of course, the creative design man of the NC State Ice Pack, designing a lot of the graphics you see on Twitter and, of course, some of the graphics you see for the Backyard Brawl. Banashevitz, toe drag, goes just wide. A great save by McMillan. Jadala now back in the corner. Now we'll just send it back to Seppi. Seppi with a chance to make something happen. And McMillan will hang on with 8:42 left to go in the second period.
Ice Pack hoping that this momentum will carry over tomorrow. They've certainly taken the advantage here. We've talked about their late game collapses, though. Giving up a couple of goals here late, usually in most games. So they're hoping that they can find a little bit more consistency here in the late goings of this one.
And Stratov lost that one. A broken stick. There goes a couple $100 for an ECU player. Mura now with a shot, and it goes just wide. Now Stickless back out in the slot. There's Brian Mura. Oh boy, both the Muras are on the ice. Mura now playing with one of his friend sticks. There's it goes. There's Ferrone. Ferrone now to Jadala. Jadala with a shot, and a great save by McMillan out in front. McMillan way out of his crease, going after that puck like it's a special at Walmart. And now the puck is sent just wide. Back out in front. It's bodied in to the chest protector of McMillan. Almost got you there, didn't I? Still 5-0 NC State.
Great job by the offense. Again, getting those opportunities. Unable to convert. McMillan does look strong at time, but the fact that his defense has let all these opportunities come against him cannot make ECU happy. Something that they are definitely going to look to change here in the third period. Giving up 2 goals in that first period. 3 here in the second.
And as you said, there's been no penalties so far in this period, which has been very shocking for what we have seen for the most part in this game.
Yeah.
Same thing happened in Virginia Tech as well. Not a lot of penalties were drawn in that game, but when special teams needed to arise, boy, they did. There's Kinney. Kinney back out in front. Merchant could not get the tip in the slot. And now it's sent back. Hutchison, number 30 for the Ice Pack. Donning blue, red, and white pads. What a patriotic look there. And now the puck is sent back, and there's Ryan Kinney. And there's Trevor Merchant once again. Merchant will now carry it through. There's Alfanzetti. Alfanzetti with some wheels on a breakaway. Alfanzetti with a shot! And it didn't go in! What a job right there by number 17 in red and white. Body down, back out by the point. An amazing job against DJ Vanitano. And it looks like it'll be a roughing call on one of the Mira brothers.
Hard hit right there. Little high there might be the reason for that one getting called.
It'll be Alfanzetti going off. A little bit surprising as to why. But we're going to find out shortly here. 7:25 left to go here in the second period. 2-minute penalty now to Tyler Alfanzetti. Zach Salaya here for PackTV. Alongside Logan Ward, of course. Looking down at the crowd here. Some have left, but some are braving the cold. There's bleachers right in front of us as well, so we think there's a lot just standing, but there's even more in the bleachers probably. Puck is sent flying back. There they go, and the puck is sent now into the mesh, I believe, off a play by Andrew Keelan. 1:47 now left to go here. The Backyard Brawl, of course, is coming up here for the NC State Ice Pack, and it's going to be a very crucial event for the growth of hockey in North Carolina. We're going to talk more about it in the intermission here. Logan will, with assistant coach Tim Healy, as Parker Zarek will now clear that puck. Eric Todd now with the forecheck through the middle will collect that puck. Intercepted well. There's Keelan. Now Zarek brings it back. Zarek now will rush it through. Zarek with a quick shot, and it went off the pad of McMillan. And there's Todd once again. Todd now hanging on to it back in the slot. No one was there to get it back. Now hanging on to it. There's Carter Kusako. And it looks like another penalty in NC State. They're going to go on a 5-on-3. Mazikowski will now take control. Zarek went down on a hit from McLean. Going to wait to see what happened there.
Penalties coming a little bit quicker here. 2 fouls on NC State right there. Going to be down. Can see if they're going to try to make something happen. Despite being down, they've had several goals this season. It looks like that'll be a 5-minute. They've had several goals while down a man. Not as many while down too.
Fans really getting into it so far here. There has been a lot of interesting things going on here with the fans. A lot of Wolfpack chants, a lot of cool things, especially since the arena is supposed to be kind of cold, kind of cool.
2 minutes on that penalty as well. Apologies for that.
There we go. 5-on-3 for NC State. Coach Gazillo deciding to go with Trevor Merchant, Cam Mazikowski, and Ellis Rushford. Zach Salaya here for PackTV alongside Logan Ward. And now a pass to McMahon. Mazikowski now with the clear, and there they go. A minute left on Tyler Alfanzetti's penalty until they can get a 5-on-4 going here. 6:18 left to go in the second period. Now in the back corner, they send it through. He's got wheels. There they go. There's DJ Giovanitano. For now, I'm just going to call him DG. We're going to go with that. And now that puck is sent back. And now we got a fight going here, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, boy. Fisticuffs are dropping. Oh, and he's thrown to the ground. I think that's Ellis Rushford.
To the surprise of very few.
Well, I told you, if he don't like you, he'll kill you. There's Ellis Rushford, an amazing hit there.
Two of them got tangled up and just refused to let go, having some words to say to each other. Trying to duke that one out as the referees separate them as their words continue. A little bit of chirping back and forth there.
An amazing hit once again. An amazing fight, rather. And these guys are heading off to the box as expected. Well, here we go, Logan. We're kind of prepared for this. This is our annual let the play lull here as they figure out penalties.
Going to have to see what happens here. Both players clearly involved in that one. Unsure who instigated that fight, though.
Just a quick recap, of course, here. Virginia just beat Virginia Tech 5-4 in a shootout. That's a Virginia Tech just beat Virginia, rather. Boy, my words are getting jumbled here. But it's still an important win, of course, for Virginia Tech, trying to eliminate any effort from Virginia.
Virginia, one of the upper echelon teams in this conference. Going to wonder what the impact of that will be.
Logan, I gotta say, I love your word choices. We got Crocodile Death Roll, Upper Echelon, Platoon Swap. I forgot the rest, but those are the three that stand out the most. Very appreciative of the hard work you do in English class.
Absolutely. Got to put in effort somewhere, right?
Yeah, I got an A- in my freshman semester, actually. Very proud of that.
As you should be.
Yeah, yeah. So is
Looks
my
like-
teacher.
Looks like both captains conferring with the referees here, seeing exactly what's going to happen as they try to get everything sorted out. Penalties like that, it's hard to call because you can't see everything happening all the time. What started with Rushford and the ECU player, didn't see who got sent off. Two of them got tangled up. It's hard to see what happened exactly, who instigated what. Both players are going to claim something different. Referees are just going to have to make it work somehow.
Still waiting on things to happen here. 6:01 left to go in the second period. Zach Salwai here for PackTV. 36 seconds left to go here on Tyler Alfanzetti's penalty. About a minute 22 left to go on Eric Todd's penalty. Five to nothing now. State leads, trying to go 16-0. They're already number 6 in the ACHA Southeast Division standings. We can go through stats all we want here, but, you know, for the most part, this is a game in which has been very back and forth. And get comfy, ladies and gentlemen, if you're at home. Crack open your favorite thing of popcorn. Sit back, relax, get a blanket, nice little book.
Rushford clearly unhappy at the call there as Banishevitz tries to explain what's going to happen here. Ice looking a little thin out there for the ice pack out there.
I like that. Good job there, Logan.
Appreciate it.
Looks like Trevor Merchant, Davis Hudson, and Brendan Seppi will be the unit taking on now for the NC State Ice Pack. Waiting on something to happen. There's Merchant. Merchant now with the draw win. Looks like that draw win won against Andrew Keelan, team captain for the ECU Pirates. Now that puck is sent back. The team hailing from Greenville, and there they go. Now back on the half wall. Merchant doing a bad job of defending with a shot, and it goes just high. Still working that puck is Carter Kusako. Kusako now back into the corner, and now it's sent back. There they go at the point. There's Pattison. Now with a shot. Hutchison hangs on down low, and that puck is cleared out by Trevor Merchant. 5:29 left to go here in the second period as McMillan will now hang on to that one. Now a rush ensues.
Good defensive effort there by the Ice Pack as they tried to hold on despite being down several men.
Hudson now back at the corner. Hudson now defending well, and he takes in a little bit of a triangle, and there's Kinney. Kinney now with the shot, goes off his legs. And there's Hudson. Hudson will spring that puck out to Kinney. Kinney on a break. There he goes. Can he do anything? Ryan Kinney, what a save by McMillan. Oh, my. Whew. Got the blood flowing there a little bit. Hudson now will send that puck out to Kinney, who'll just tip that one out for the quick clear, and a line change ensues. Even their penalty kill is on fire for the offense.
They've just done a fantastic job. Again, as I mentioned earlier, they've had several goals scored while down a man. Being down 2 men, also no problem for the Ice Pack. They're going to get their shots on goal
McMahon.
one way or another.
McMahon now hanging on to it back in the corner. Zawada now lurking on the other side. Intercepted by Zarek. Zarek has some wheels. He could get a partial break here. There's Zarek. Zarek in. Zarek with a power move, and what a save again by McMillan. And an interference call. That actually might be holding, if I'm not mistaken.
Looks like it might be so. ECU defense holding strong there, despite a strong attack from the Ice Pack.
Still hanging on to it. 4:14 left to go here in the second period. Zach Hawaii here for PackTV. 49 seconds left to go on Ellis Rushford's penalty. Stay holding strong on the penalty kill, which is what has been most important.
Absolutely. They've done a fantastic job in the early goings here. Now that we're in the second half of the game, look to continue this effort in the third period while maintaining this 5-0 lead.
And now carry back through. There's Ian O'Rourke. Ian O'Rourke will now send that puck in. And it goes just wide. There's Owen Drugan. Owen Drugan now back in the corner is taken away by the Pirates. And there they go. Now sent back through. Now back at the point. Owen Drugan will now take that puck away. And now it's sent all the way back to Eric Mura. Ian O'Rourke now will take that puck. Ian O'Rourke now sends it all the way back. There goes O'Rourke down the middle. And he goes just wide, loses control of that puck. Taking it away, that was Will Ridings. There's Zarek now back in the corner. There's Drugan once again. Drugan now hanging on to it. There's Zarek. Zarek back out to the slot. O'Rourke sends it just wide. And there's Mura once again. Mura hanging on to it. Penalty expires now for NC State. Power play now. O'Rourke now will send that puck in and it goes just wide. Drugan still on the ice. I think Coach Gazilla wants to change it up a little bit. And now Mura will hang on to it. There's Mura. Mura back out to the point. Banashevitz with a ripper and it goes just wide. There's O'Rourke. Tried to find somebody. Drugan almost touched it. That would have been a too many men call. Luckily, that did not happen. And there's Parker Zarek. Zarek still hanging on to it. Now back. There's Zarek to O'Rourke. O'Rourke now back over to Mura. Mura still looking for his first of the year. Jadala with a shot. And that one will hit the mesh. 34 seconds left to go here on this NC State power play. 2:47 left to go here on this penalty kill.
And the NC State offense is just continuing to get these shots on goal. Whether or not they get anything to go against McMillan seems to be a coin flip right now. McMillan's still holding strong every once in a while, but his defense has let him down today as the Ice Pack have a 5-0 lead with 2 minutes and 47 seconds remaining here.
And now that puck is carried back. Cam Mazakowski now back in the middle. There's Anastradov. Anastradov now working it through. Has been offensively dynamic this year so far. McMillan with a great save. Body down out in front. This game has gotten physical. There they go. There's Miles Ferrone.
Anastradov slow to get up on the other side. Looks like they'll actually whistle for injury there as they try to get him off.
We were hearing rumors before the game that there was an equipment malfunction going on with his right skate. It looks like it's just going to be a small skate thing. Luckily, it will not be a full injury. Oh, he actually is shaking off just a little bit there. Maybe something.
Hard hit out in front right there. Difficult to come away without any sort of injury there. But Anastradov, known for his hustle and grit out there, never one to go off.
They were about to send on Eric Todd out into that first line, who is not an unfamiliar face to that top unit, of course. Sam Banashevitz alongside Leith Jadala and Nikita Anastradov. In reality, though, Logan, at this point, you do want to save your players, I would think, for the ACCHL tournaments.
Absolutely.
You do want to avoid injury. That's why I feel like they're cycling in Alex Fong, giving Alex Vedita and crew a night off just for rest's sake, so they can rest up, of course, for a crucial game tomorrow against Wilmington. You can follow that game along, of course, on the team's official Twitter, at NC State Hockey, which is controlled very well, of course, by assistant coach Tim Healy, who will be joining us during the second period intermission, be talking to Logan about a lot of cool things. And there's Mazakowski. Mazakowski carrying it through the middle. Power play just about over for NC State. Looking for something to happen. There's Ferrone. Ferrone now loses control of that puck. Patterson now heads back to the bench. There's Jadala. Jadala to Banashevitz. Banashevitz working it back. There's Jadala. Jadala back out to the middle. Banashevitz could not get a stick on it. And there they go once again. Banashevitz with a chance to make something happen. Now, power move to the front. Again, McMillan holds his ground. There's Nikita Anastradov. Anastradov now working it through. Back over to the middle. There's Ferrone. There's Ferrone once again. There's Jadala. Jadala now working it through. There's Banashevitz holding on. Banashevitz back to the point. It looks like a power play, but it's not. Easy shot. Back out in front. No one there. Anastradov with the rebound, and no luck potting that one home. There's Anastradov. Back to the corner. There's Jadala. Jadala already has one tonight. Now it's sent over. There's Sam Banashevitz. Banashevitz back to Mazakowski. Now back over to Ferrone. Ferrone, now that one is sent just wide. Now it's back. There's Jadala. Jadala now hanging on to that one. Jadala now will send that one back. Crowd is still in full spirits here. Heading into the third and final period after this game. 11:09 now is the official time of the night. Thank you all for watching. We know it's going to be a late one. We appreciate you watching and, of course, supporting everything that's been going on. Zach Sawai here for PackTV, and that puck is sent back. And there's Tyler Alfonsetti. Alfonsetti loses that one. And now the puck is sent flying back, and there they go. A rush back up. I believe that was McMahon trying to hang on to that one. And there's Kinney with about 35 seconds left to go in the period. There's Ferrone. Ferrone now will lose control of that. Mazakowski will send that one all the way back. Ryan Kinney with the tip back out to nullify the icing, and I guess it won't. 24.9 seconds left to go here in this raucous second period. Zach Sawai here for PackTV. Coming up at the break, gonna break down some of the cooler stuff of this period, have a lot to go over, and Logan will get some thoughts from on the ice with assistant coach Tim Healy.
Absolutely. Always appreciate his insight into the game, perspective he brings off that ice pack bench.
Alfonsetti will now lose that draw, and it's carried back out. There's Trevor Merchant. Merchant now will slowly hang on to that one with some good stick handling, and there's Cam Mazakowski with a little bit of a juke move, and there he goes. Mazakowski, toe drag with a shot blocked out in front. Merchant with a rebound, and it's blocked with a knee. And there they go. It's a 2-on-1 if they hurry. I don't think they will, though, and that's rushing through. Now with a shot, and it goes just wide. And that's the end of the period, ladies and gentlemen. What a period it was. Logan, let's get some thoughts here.
3 goals for the Ice Pack offense, yet again proving why they're one of the most deadly crews out there that ever take this ice. They overpower opposing defenses, and ECU has really just been slow to react. A couple times they're even slow to get in transition there. As they skate off the ice here for this third period, they look a little defeated out there.
ECU does look very tired. We're going to await Coach Tim Healy coming up here. We're going to take a break here on PackTV, come back with some analysis right here.
My favorite song now being played here at the Raleigh Iceplex, I think it's called Wagon Wheel. I don't even know the name of my favorite song, Logan. It's a late night. Of course, want to thank you for joining us here on PackTV. Zach Sawai alongside Logan Ward for tonight's matchup. It's been a raucous one. Now 5-0 NC State. Off of goals, 2 by Alex Robinson, and then 1 by Laith Jadala. Let's talk about their performances tonight. What have you liked, once again, from their slot presence?
They've just done a fantastic job. They're doing their job and getting to the front of the net and getting their shots to fall. A lot of those goals came in the early goings of that second period. A lot quieter towards the end, but you have to imagine that they just want to sit on this lead now. Got a game early tomorrow, want to be fresh for that one. It's going to be interesting to see what their strategy is. Strategy is going forward here.
4:30 puck drop tomorrow, of course, for the NC State Ice Pack against the UNCW Seahawks, which will be a crucial game, of course, talking about clinching points and whatnot for the tournament. They already have clinched a spot in the ACCHL tournament. And one more interesting fact, they're not out of the running for ACHA regionals yet. Of course, it's taboo to talk about it with the team, but we need to prepare as if we're going to be there whatsoever. So we are looking forward to that as well. Tim Healy's now just walking in, but Logan, wanted to get your thoughts so far on McMillan's performance in the second period.
He had a strong first period, and he looked like he had managed to settle down and find out what he was going to do. Weak second period there, allowing those 3 goals, but again, I think that's just the oppressive force of this offense. Did a fantastic job of chipping away and eventually getting in.
It's going to be an outstanding third period for sure. We're awaiting the comments from Coach Tim Healy right here on PackTV.
Welcome back to PackTV. I'm Logan Ward, joined here by Coach Tim Healy. Coach, very large crowd here. It's an impressive sight to see. What does that really mean for this team to see such a strong following, especially with the season you're having?
I think it means we're going to need a bigger building. Tonight was actually a sellout tonight, so we did have to turn people away at the door. So, there are Pack fans out there when we are back here in a couple weeks for Duke and Clemson. That means you're going to want to get here early to make sure you can get in the building. And it just means a lot for hockey in general in here. And our team feeds off it. We came out fast, had a fast start. That's helped carry us through.
Absolutely. And again, that 5-0 lead going into this third period, what's the strategy going forward to finish out this game strong?
I think the strategy is it's pretty simple. We have a game tomorrow. Not that I want to put this in the bag yet, but let's be serious. I mean, we're controlling the play. We're a solid team. Not that ECU hasn't competed. They've competed hard. Their goalie, oh my God, some of the saves he made, he's been tremendous. But I think really the plan going forward is to roll all 4 lines. We have 7D dressed, get all 7D through, keep our legs, keep healthy, and get ready for tomorrow.
Again, in that game against Wilmington, counting for points, is there any sort of special strategy really going into that one, or just continuing doing what you're doing?
I guess it's not really talking about strategy too much about Wilmington yet, you can, because we got to finish this one off. But, you know, Wilmington actually, if you do want to look ahead, and if you're a state fan in the area, that's a great atmosphere. They're a lot like us. They get the same size crowds we have. It's really loud, so that's a lot of fun to go to. But realistically, the strategy for Wilmington starts here in the 3rd period, and that's executing good habits, making sure we play our game, we dictate pace and tempo, and that's something we talk about all the time because most teams we play aren't as fast as we are.
Thank you very much, Coach. We'll be back here soon.
Go Pack.
Getting ready for the 3rd period here. NC State up 5-0 against ECU. Zach Sawai here alongside Logan Ward for PackTV. And, of course, you talked to Coach Tim Healy. Overall, I think he was generally pleased with that period. But what did you like from what he said?
I just really liked how he talked about the Wilmington game and looking ahead. Said this game isn't over. Said that it is a little bit of a foregone conclusion at this point. Up 5-0, you got to be happy with that lead. But looking forward, you just want to make sure that your legs are fresh, make sure your players are going strong. And Estradov had that little bit of a leg injury there. You want to make sure that he's healthy and ready for the Wilmington game. So really just making sure that your players are rested and ready for the next game tomorrow.
And, of course, some Ice Pack fans may be making the journey tomorrow, but they actually had to do some crowd control here tonight. That's how big this crowd got. At one point, they stopped letting people in. A lot of people came to this game, probably because it was the home opener for the semester, of course. But talking about fan support tonight, I mean, we walked down there a few times just to get some water and everything like that. The fans are loud and proud. What have you liked from them tonight?
Really, just the fact that it's a sellout crowd. Doesn't get much better than that. When you're at a point where you have to turn people away at the door, you know that you've really done a great job in marketing and just outreach to your fans. The Ice Pack have grown so much just over the year, and the fact that they've got so much crowd support and such raucous fan support, just so loud and so excited to be here, it's really just a great thing to see for the Ice Pack.
And your biggest key for the 3rd period?
Really just maintaining this lead, going strong, and getting ready for tomorrow.
Of course, we don't have a crowd mic here tonight, but I can guarantee you the music choice is sublime, and the fans are loud and proud. We're going to be right back for the 3rd period right here on PackTV. Sit back and relax. Another 3rd period coming your way for this NC State Ice Pack team. And now Brendan Seppi will now send that puck back in, and McMahon will chip that puck back for Davis Hudson. To say the crowd is cleared out is an understatement. It went from 100 to 0 very fast. There's still some people here, of course, but it has definitely died down. There's Sam Banashevitz coming back. Jadala with a little bit of a stutter step, and it goes just wide. There's Seppi now back at the point, and there's Jadala. Jadala now back in the corner. What a play right there. Juked me right out of my boxers. Mama, please go get me some from Walmart. There goes Jadala. To Hudson. Hudson now working it, and it goes just wide. Seppi now will not be able to gain control. That is McMahon now hangs on to that. Jadala now still working through.
Ice Pack with the sustained attack here. Really just trying to find the best opportunity. Passing it around, trying to find a great shot. Again, crashing the net.
There's Anastradov working his way through. Anastradov shaking off the injury, and he does a great job at that. The puck is in La La Land. Or Foreverland. We don't know where that puck is. But the biggest thing that we got to know tonight, 18:58 left to go here. State does have a chance to go 16-0 tonight if they do an outstanding job of being able to cover things up. And they're going to have to avoid that late period slumber that they oh so often go forward here. The biggest thing in that is that they do not want to give up the lead going into the end of this game. It looks like a penalty against one of the ECU players are going to get a number on that. Certainly that's Hunter Moses, the name that we have seen quite frequently tonight. Hunter Moses taking his seat for 2 minutes. Not exactly sure the call. Puck is sent back out. There's Mira. Mira now back at the top of the slot. There's Ian O'Rourke. O'Rourke now with a ripper, and it goes just high. Not into the mesh. Alfonsetti with the forecheck, and the puck goes back. Mira will beat the puck to the blue line, and now he regains control of that. There's Kinney. Kinney now from the hash marks, and a great shot blocked there by the Pirates. Pirates, of course, have gone into war, but they're not going home with any booty. And there's Ryan Kinney now hanging on to that. And now skating it through, there's Ian O'Rourke. Ian O'Rourke now will handle that puck in as Pattison will pick that one up. Now there's Mira. Mira back at the blue line at the half wall. There's Trevor Merchant. Back to Mira. Little bit of a misfiring pass on this power play. State's power plays tonight have not been on par. There's O'Rourke once again, firing up what's left of the crowd. There's Alfonsetti. Alfonsetti now with a little bit of a sauce pass.
Ice Pack looking a little bit slower here, trying to just pace the game out, control the tempo of the game, and really just sit this one out as they look to go undefeated once again.
There's O'Rourke. O'Rourke with the pass over to Alfonsetti. Alfonsetti now with the control in that play. Alfonsetti still looking for a man. Ryan Kinney is lurking back behind the red line. No trapezoid on this ice. Puck is sent back out in front. No one was there to tap it home. There's O'Rourke once again. O'Rourke now with a backhand pass. Alfonsetti did not read the play, but he still collects the puck. Penalty's almost over for ECU. There's O'Rourke. O'Rourke fans on the backhand pass. That was going to be a little bit sly, and it doesn't get off. And there's Ryan Kinney. Kinney now hanging back onto it. There's Mazikowski. Mazikowski, now O'Rourke now will miss that pass. O'Rourke with the quick backhand penalty is just about over now for ECU. Alfonsetti works his way in. Now back out in front. McMillan will hang on. Luckily, no fighting after that play.
Good effort there. Trying to get the puck inside to get that opportunity and get another goal to go up 6-0 here in the third period. Unable to convert there, McMillan really has done a good job, despite what the scoreboard says. Coach Healy even commending him on some of his saves. Really just a fantastic showing from him. But at the end of the day, his defense has just let him down too many times.
And there they go. The puck is sent back in. There's Riley Johnson. Riley Johnson will lose control of that one as Ellis Rushford will now head in on the forecheck, an unfamiliar spot for him. Now back in the end, there's Zarek. Zarek now takes it away. Bomb from Robinson, and McMillan gets a little bit of a love tap from his teammate on the head.
They've got to appreciate his effort here tonight, but just not enough. Ice Pack has been completely dominant both sides of the ice. When the Ice Pack is playing this well, they're very tough to beat.
When most of the 5 goals tonight that you have seen have been from when they set it up in the slot,
yes,
their best chances to do that again as Riley Johnson swivels around the circle. Back over to Robinson. Robinson will now head that puck. Back out to the middle. Missed it. Rushford off the post. Oh, my Moses. What a play there. And there's Robinson hanging on to it. Johnson can't pick that one up. There's Riley Johnson. Riley Johnson with the man trailing in Robinson. There's Rushford. Rushford back over to Robinson. Robinson with a toe drag. Oh, my goodness. That one knocked my socks off. Old Navy had a special the other day. Thank God I'm stocked up. There's Riley Johnson working it. Cam Mazikowski now at the blue line will now send that one back. And there's Riley Johnson. Riley Johnson through the middle. Oh, my gosh. What a save once again. There's Zarek. Zarek will send that one back over to Rushford. Rushford back out. Johnson was not there to pick it up. McMahon really defending him well. NC State really setting up well against Coach Andrew Coleman and the ECU Pirates. Aaron Coleman, rather. There's Zarek. Zarek back in the corner. Zarek loses that. Johnson trying to make something happen. He can't. Robinson again loses that puck. He's looking for a hat trick. There's Robinson really applying pressure. State cannot be stopped. There's Robinson. Robinson will lose control of that one. And ECU will get that back. What a tiring possession there for NC State, and more importantly, great defensive work done by ECU.
Ice Pack again with that sustained attack as you see them switching out here, trying to get those fresh legs on the ice. Really just trying to rotate their members as much as they can as they prepare for tomorrow. This one looks all but done. ECU still has a chance here.
Hudson took it away.
With about 14:49 left to go here in the third, State's up by 5. Zach Sawai alongside Logan Ward here for PackTV, as always. Bringing you live coverage of NC State hockey at home. We'll be back for the Backyard Brawl on Wednesday night. Puck drop at 7. Pregame starting around 6:45. Puck is controlled well. Back in their end, there's Ferrone. Ferrone will send that puck over to Hudson. Hudson now will send that one back to Ferrone. Ferrone misses that chance. Back over, there's Fong. Fong out to the middle. There's Eric Todd, and just snarled with the glove by McMillan.
Well, we talked earlier about how the Ice Pack had the advantage in shots on goal. I think that has all but been set, really just dominant in the amount of opportunities they've had in this game. Third period, no different as they continue to attack. ECU defense just seems powerless, McMillan being the only force of stoppage they have.
Back in the face-off jar, Eric Todd cannot win that one. There's Owen Drugan. Owen Drugan now will send that back to Miles Ferrone. Back all the way over, there's Hudson. Hudson now will hang on to that one back in the middle. Looks like Eric Todd tried to catch that one with his skate, and nothing will come of that. Now that one is sent back, there's Ferrone. Ferrone now mishandles it, and now that puck is sent back. Great job once again skating by Carter Kusako. Kusako lost control of that. Now it's carried back out by Eric Todd. E.T. has some wheels. Very fast. Hot Wheels. Love those toys as a kid. And now Eric Todd back out to the middle. What a save by McMillan. Hudson had him dead to rights. An amazing job by the Ice Pack to set things up fast. And now Hudson will send it through. There's Todd. Todd loses control. There's Todd. Eric Todd still working through the slot. Back out to the middle, trying to find Banashevitz. No luck. Former first-line line mates. And now back at the half wall. Kusako will send that puck out. Body down by Todd. Good golly, Miss Molly, sweet holy balls of fire. What a hit by Eric Todd. And Late Chajala will now send that one back, and there's Davis Hudson. Sam Banashevitz will move that through the neutral zone with a toe drag broken up well by Zawada. Once again, an amazing job.
I think the best term for the ECU defense here tonight would be inconsistent, because every now and then they'll have plays like that where they manage to just poke it away from Banashevitz while he was charging. And again, McMillan has had a pretty good game here despite giving up 5 goals. They just can't find any consistency on either side of the ice.
Jadala tried to move to the middle there. Nothing came of that as the puck is sent back in. Ian Hutchison with the blocker save. His performance has been underrated tonight. Not tested a lot, but when need be, he has been outstanding. Jadala now tried to miss that pass, and now it's sent all the way back in. Control back in the end by Ryan Waller. McMahon loses control of that as Anastradov is now the man back in the corner. There's O'Rourke. O'Rourke now through traffic, and it hits the boards. Eric Mura now will try to find a man. Will hang on to that one. Dogged. Back out in the middle. That was McLinn. O'Rourke once again. O'Rourke with the cross-ice pass D to D. All the way back in there they go. There's Anastradov. Anastradov working it through. What a move. Big-bodied Russian centerman this team has been missing for quite some time. Anastradov throws into the boards, and that will be a penalty. And boy, oh boy, now we got some fisticuffs. Anastradov just walks off, but Banashevitz comes back with some extra words.
Player just shoving Anastradov in retaliation for the hit he laid. Anastradov seems frustrated as he goes back to the box yet again, throwing his gloves down. Definitely one of the more aggressive members of this team, having several penalties. I think my favorite moment I've seen from him this season so far has been the game against UNC, riling up the crowd. His hustle, his energy, and really just aggressive hits.
Fans, it's your chance to win free Potbelly catering. Potbelly Sandwich Shop is teaming up with PackTV to give away $50 worth of Potbelly catering each week during the NC State hockey season. There's no minimum to pick up your free $50 order. To enter, go to go.ncsu.edu/potbelly. That's go.ncsu.edu/potbelly. I would love to divulge some sandwiches, Logan, but I'm on a diet. It's mainly seafood, but, you know, I seafood and I eat it. The classic. Now rush back through. There's Alfonsetti now carrying through the neutral zone. Alfonsetti with some speed. Again with a shot, and he scores! Ian O'Rourke gets in the action, and it's 6-0 NC State.
Just fantastic job turning that momentum into a score. found himself with an opportunity to convert and made the most of it, getting that quick goal. Turnaround very quick there from the stoppage.
A great song, Chelsea Dagger by the Fratellis. This is the Chicago Blackhawks goal song, of course, in the NHL. Or is it the NC State Ice Packs goal song and just the Blackhawks ripped them off? Matching penalties to Nikita Anastratov. And it looks like as well to one of the ECU Pirate players, we don't have number 22 listed for us. Spoke to Coach Coleman before the game, and they do swap out players very quickly. So we apologize that we don't have his name. But there's Alfanzetti now rushing through. Alfanzetti with the power move, can't quite get it. And there's Tyler Alfanzetti. Alfanzetti back out there is Ian O'Rourke. Ian O'Rourke back over to Eric Mira. Mira now will now chip that one behind the boards. Alfanzetti was looking for that one. Trailing on that play was Keelan. There's O'Rourke. O'Rourke now with a goal tonight. That's weird to say. Going to be talking about that one for a while. What a job right there to get to the front of the net, finish off a rebound play.
And that's really just something that the Ice Pack have done better this game. They've done a better job of following up. Too many times an ECU player has broken away for a chance on offense, and his teammates just haven't been there to support him. Ice Pack have done a good job with their sustained attack, getting several shots on each possession.
PA announcer tonight is actually Joey Hall. So he is here today in a very different capacity. Alex Vedetta was talking to me during the intermission, throwing some chirps at Joey for his performance. Maybe that's why he does play goalie, in fact. 10:15 left to go here. Matching penalties to Anastratov and an ECU Pirate player. 32 seconds left to go on this 4-on-4 here. 10:15 left to go in the third period in this very raucous game. And there's Eric Todd. Eric Todd back out. Eric Todd looking for a man. There's Ferrone. Ferrone now will send that one back to Eric Todd. Rushford lurking back at the blue line. Eric Todd will try to sauce that one over. Can't find anyone there. And Rushford now will be the man trailing. The crowd has quieted down here at the Iceplex. We know we don't have a crowd mic here, but it was raging earlier when the teams came on. And there's Eric Todd through the middle. Offsides denied. Eric Todd with a shot and a great save by McMillan. 9:47 left to go here in this period. A great shot there by Eric Todd. Their ability to enter to the zone tonight has been outstanding, Logan.
Absolutely. Again, getting so many of those opportunities, converting on 6, and that's really what matters at the end of the game. 6-0 lead for the Ice Pack here. ECU just unable to really get anything going.
Looks like we got an ECU player heading off. No. They just need some water. Stay hydrated, ladies and gentlemen. Very important, of course, in any aspect. It may be cold out, so it may not be hot and dehydrated, but it's very important. Water. Back at the blue line, there they go. Trailing was Ferrone, but Johnson still has it. To an open man, Rushford. Back over. No one was there to pick up the pass. Now teams are back on 5-on-5. There's Robinson. Robinson now hanging on to it. Anastratov will now take a seat. Robinson just throws it at the net. No one's there with the rebound. Johnson can't pot it home. And it's still back in the corner. And they're still working at it. Johnson can't pick that one up. And there's Ellis Rushford. Ellis Rushford will lose control of that one. And the puck is sent flying back. There they go. Rushing up the side of the ice. That's Kusako. Chip pass in the back there by Zarek. Wearing number 25, which was worn last year by Luis Jimenez. There's Robinson to the front of the net with a shot. Stayed out. Great save by McMillan.
McMillan just using fantastic positioning to make sure Robinson cannot get his hat trick right here.
Again with a shot, and he scores! Parker Zarek, and it's 7-0. NC State.
Ice Pack continuing to pile on. Just unstoppable, really, at this point of the game. ECU looks demoralized out there. They look ready for this one to be done. Talking to McMillan a little bit. Either berating him or trying to keep his spirits up. The world may never know.
7 goals against now for McMillan. Team starting goaltender tonight. Not something you want to go home with, especially now all the way back to Greenville, but You do what you got to do. And now the puck is all the way back in the corner. There's Hudson. Hudson now send that puck over. Looks like there's a penalty, and Shadov went into the boards, saying some kid-friendly words that I don't want to repeat. Looks like that's Drew Chasanov heading off for the ECU Pirates. NC State will go back on the power play here.
Looks like Anastradov will be sent off yet again very soon after coming back out. Seems like he's spent a lot of time in the penalty box here today.
He's feisty.
Very much so, very much so.
Russia would be proud.
Believe he's taken him under his wing in that regard. Veterans on that team certainly teaching the youngsters.
Definitely. 8:36 now left to go here in this third and final period. Matching penalties to Drew Chasanov and Nikita Anastradov. Drew Chasanov probably most likely went off for boarding or roughing, and Anastradov went off for unsportsmanlike conduct. When you play with that edge, when you play with that feistiness, and a 3-on-1 ensues, and there they go. Jadala and Banashevitz. Jadala with a pass over to Banashevitz, and it goes just wide. An amazing chance once again by the 5'11 senior. Puck is sent back in, tipped out in front. Banashevitz can't pot that at home. There's Jadala. Banashevitz in the corner. He's hurt. Jadala now to the middle. Amazing save. Banashevitz is down. That's not good. He's okay.
Looked like a little bit of a cheap shot there from an ECU player. Knocked him down. Good to see that everybody's okay, though, as a result of that play. You hate to see injuries happen, especially at this point in the game.
You just hate to see it. Once again, the fans are still here. The Wolfpack faithful, the Ice Pack faithful, looking around.
Always happy to see a 7-0 victory for this team, and potentially even more here.
And they want to carry that momentum going into tomorrow against Wilmington. NC State, of course, has a lot of games coming up. As the puck is sent back through, just goes over the glove of Hutchison. Recollected back state plays Wilmington tomorrow, UNC on Wednesday, and Charlotte, I believe, on Saturday. And ECU has an interesting schedule ahead. There's Hudson. Hudson with an open shot. What a save by McMillan. McMillan and the Pirates, of course, will be taking on back-to-back games for the remainder of their season so far. They're not going to have any singular games. Each time they play a team, they're going to play them twice. Cool little thing about their schedule.
Absolutely. Good to have a little bit of a series there. Also interesting to see how teams will formulate strategies because of that, knowing that they have to play the same team twice in a row.
Puck still a little bit bouncy here as Brendan Seppi now will send that one back to Hudson. And Seppi now will carry that back. Seppi now back behind the corner, and there they go. There's Eric Todd. Eric Todd will now bank that pass back, and there goes Brendan Seppi. Seppi will now carry that forward to Hudson. Hudson now. Hudson still lurking, looks to make a pass. There's Seppi, back out in front. Tipped out in front, no one was there to pot it home. And there's Hudson. Hudson in the middle of the slot with a shot, and it goes just wide. There's Brendan Seppi. Seppi now has it, and it's just sent behind the boards. Controlled well. That was Patrick Patterson, team captain. Offensively quiet night for each of the ECU players who just had their top prospects game after their recruitment season. Coming in, and there's Seppi once again. Seppi lost control of that. Now it's sent flying back. Forecheck well by Fong. As Fong and NC State will head into Wilmington tomorrow looking to go 16-0. Now carried back, there's Patterson. Patterson, body down, what a hit by Seppi, but that's not good for Patterson. And now having some choice words there was Devin Mazzell. What a hit, and the fans are going up alongside the boards.
Rough hit there. Unfortunate.
He is extremely hurt. We're going to take a commercial break right here on PackTV to make sure that looks like Patterson will be okay right here on PackTV. We'll be right back.
NC State Television is the Wolfpack's new home for academic events on campus. Missed an interesting talk? Want to catch up on last week's conference? Or did your friend just give a great presentation that you have to see? Check out NC State TV on Wolf TV channel 32.1 and on our new Roku and Apple TV apps.
At Potbelly, Everything you find is a little bit happier, sweeter, fresher, groovier, and yummier. Why? Because at Potbelly, we know it's never enough to just eat lunch. You gotta feed your smile. Swing by for our new turkey club, handcrafted to make you smile.
Wolf Bites Radio brings you the biggest names in EDM with the Open Mic Podcast. Hey guys, it's DJ What the Heck, and join me, Brandon Boucher, and other Wolf Bites DJs as we interview musical guests from the EDM world. Open Mic dives deeper into the artists' lives on and off stage, bringing you closer to the music. Listen to Open Mic Podcast on iTunes, Google Play, and wolfbites.ncsu.edu.
Game misconduct penalty assessed to Brendan Seppi, now 5-minute major. I can't even tell you what that penalty was for. I want to say that was tripping or something. We will get the official word as soon as we can. But he did end up tripping him with the hip. I think of myself as decently knowledgeable, but I slip up sometimes. So don't take my word for things. Trust me, once I know the information for certain, I will get that to you. 6:31 left to go here in the third period. State now down a man for the next 5 minutes. Going to be crucial here. Puck is sent back. In the corner. O'Rourke loses that. Now back out. Looking for a shot. Gets it there. Hutchison with a great save once again. Amazing job by the NC State penalty killers to alleviate the pressure. Back in their own end. Merchant now. Merchant will send that one up to Alfonsetti. Alfonsetti can't bat that down with a glove. No offside on that play. That's pretty surprising. Alfonsetti bodied down. Looks like now it's going to get physical. McMahon now hanging on to it. McMahon now will flitter that puck over to the ECU Pirates player. Pirates will now bring it up. Now Hutchison off a pad. Great job there. Now back out in front. Alfonsetti still hanging on to it. Alfonsetti now looking for Merchant. Merchant still could not collect that puck, and there's Ian O'Rourke. Ian O'Rourke now back in his own end, still looking for a chance to make something happen. We'll just clear that puck, and you got time to do it there, Logan.
Absolutely. Game pace has really just been slowed to a crawl here with 5.5 minutes remaining here in this third and final period. Both teams a little on edge, it seems, especially that penalty helping matters not at all. But it seems like the Ice Pack are content to just let this one run out. ECU tries to make something happen so that they don't get shut out here at the Raleigh Iceplex.
And North Raleigh Boulevard. I just like that name of that road. Cam Mazikowski. Great defense. They're looking to make something happen on the offense this time. And there he goes. Mazikowski, and it went off the pad of McMillan. What a job right there by Cam Mazikowski. And now that one is sent back in. Mazikowski now is a forward. He really wants to get a goal tonight, and you know what? He deserves one. It's a little bit late for Santa Claus, but let's bring him in. Let's gift him a goal. Great job by Cam Mazikowski on the forecheck.
Mazikowski has done a fantastic job on defense all night long. Again, trying to find that goal, regain some of that offensive momentum that he had Rookie of the Year last year. Really just kind of fallen to the wayside amongst all the goal scoring that the Ice Pack already have in Jadala, Banashevitz, and Johnson.
Riley Johnson, Parker Zarek, Leif Jadala, all of those guys are in the running for ACCHO Rookie of the Year this year. Good golly, Musumali, we've had a lot of scoring from those guys. There's Fong! Fong with the shot. He fans on it, just goes wide of McMillan. There's Jadala now back in the corner. NC State on the penalty kill, and there they are in the offensive end. Mazikowski still without the 1 for his 18 on his right sleeve. Loses that. Mazikowski decides to body down a man. There's Fong. Fong will not take that away. The neutral zone loses control of that one in his skates. Fong still working at that one. And a delayed penalty. And now we got some extra fighting here. That is unnecessary at this time. 3:55 left to go here. Get the fans involved as always. But wow.
Punches being thrown, ECU having none of it. Tension's high ever since that fight. ECU players getting their sticks involved, and right in the middle of it all, Ellis Rushford.
And they're not stopping either.
No.
Cam goes back. That's probably going to be it for Cam.
At this point in the game, it should be it for all of them. I assume most penalties involved may be 5-minute majors. So that may be the last we see of them with 3 minutes and 55 seconds remaining.
And they're throwing Cam out of the game. That's it for Cam Mazikowski.
Ice Pack leads 7-0 here.
It's a fun house in here.
That makes for 2 Ice Pack players ejected from the game now. Seems like none of the ECU players will be ejected.
I am at a loss for words, and I'm not supposed to be. But we'll think of something. State now has 2 minutes, 24 seconds left on Brendan Seppi's penalty, but I don't know what they're going to give Cam Mazikowski on that play for penalty-wise, but State should not go down anymore because I believe there was matching penalties on that play.
Yes, it appeared so.
But Ellis Rushford also took a seat, and another guy also took a seat. So we're going to try to see what's been going on. It's been a late night here at PackTV at the Raleigh Iceplex here in North Raleigh Boulevard. So there's been a lot of things going on here for both teams, but we're going to find out shortly what exactly is going to happen. Zach Solai here for PackTV. They're going to give 2 minutes to Ellis Rushford. Cam Mazikowski got a game misconduct. Coach Gazillo looks on. Haven't talked a lot about Coach so far tonight. I'm not a fan of the dark on dark tonight on his shirt and his tie. Don't tell him I said that.
Well, something you can certainly discuss with him after the game.
I have been taking a better sense in fashion here, Logan. Heard some jokes before the game that Coach might be opting for a red blazer for the UNC game. That'll be a fun one.
Certainly a unique look.
Coach Aaron Coleman leading the ECU Pirates on their final 3 minutes and 55 seconds of this game. This has been a very, very long game. It's almost now midnight. Clock about to strike midnight. Saturday, January 19th. 19 days into the 365-day calendar year. Looks like we're going to have a few timeouts taken here. I think at this point we're going to take another commercial break right here on PackTV. We'll be right back. The play is back in action here at the Raleigh Iceplex. Zach Solai here for PackTV alongside Logan Ward. Wiley Johnson now handles that puck in the corner. Strong plays once again. They've taken the penalties off the board here, but we're not exactly sure what has been assessed to who. Ellis Rushford got something. Cam Mazikowski got something. Everybody got something at this point. I want something at this point. I don't know what I want. That may just be me being 20 years old, but, you know, I'm lost in life. Now handling it back again. There's Davis Hudson back in his own end, and there's Alex Robinson. Robinson now carrying it through the neutral zone. Robinson now. What a move. Robinson to the front. Now back around. Robinson looking for a man. Just going to stick in the slot. Robinson now back. Really being patient with that puck here. State has not looked like they've been giving up many opportunities late in this game like they have in the past, which has been incredibly important going into this one here.
Absolutely not. ECU just kind of seems like they've lost their fight too, though. So while some of that can be attributed to the strong defense the Ice Pack have been playing, the Pirates just have not had the fight in this third period.
There's Hudson now behind the net waiting to make a play. 2:40 left to go. State will go 16-0 in the season, remain undefeated. There's Sam Banashevitz. Sam Banashevitz now with the power move. He can't get to the front. Banashevitz finds Robinson for the hat trick, and he can't get it. McMillan now will cover that puck up.
Good job by Banashevitz trying to find Robinson. trying to make that good shot, but
There's
not
almost
much.
no one left on the ECU bench, just for a quick catch up there.
Whenever they sub people out, it looks like their bench is just completely empty, apart from a few players.
I believe at this point they only have 2 lines. Whew. There's Eric Mira now. Eric Mira. Ian Hutchison came out a little bit to play it there. Loses that stick. Thinking about our Wolfpack Outfitters player of the game here. Still thinking about possible chances. There's Banashevitz. Banashevitz to the front with a shot! And a save by McMillan. But so far tonight, a lot of guys have stood up here for the NC State Ice Pack in this night of penalties, fighting, and of course, goals. But so far tonight, I think I'm going to have to give the player of the game, the Wolfpack Outfitters player of the game, to Riley Superman Johnson.
Have to agree with you on that one. Honestly, just a spectacular performance from him. Getting those 2 early goals, set the tempo for the rest of this game, and showed us exactly what we had to look forward to.
Of course, Riley Johnson and Alex Robinson both have done outstanding. It was Riley Johnson that really got this team off the jump. So we're looking forward to talking with him after the game here. Riley is one of the nicest people that you're ever going to meet. I can guarantee you that. 2:09 left to go here, 7-0 NC State. They most likely will catapult in the standings, most likely to number 5, with Virginia Tech's win over Virginia. Virginia is expected to drop. And Virginia Tech also coming off their loss to State 7-4.
Virginia Tech with the good turnaround, though, beating a tough opponent in Virginia. Looks like the referees, a little bit of confusion as to what's going on right now.
Isn't there always? Still waiting for everything to happen. I don't see Coach Gazillo. Actually, I do. He's standing at the bench. Oof. He's got that intense smolder, Coach Gazillo does. It's very welcoming, but at the same time, frightening for everyone who looks at that smolder when he's angry. He's talked to me quite a bit at sometimes in how actions and plays can make him angry, and I have a lot of respect for Coach Gazillo. He is a very wise coach, very strong. He's taught me a lot about the game in my time here, and a lot about fashion. Props to him. Now there's Kinney. Kinney now behind the net loses it. There's Ian O'Rourke now back in the corner, being forechecked well once again by the Pirates. I believe that was Meville, rather. And there's Mira. Mira once again. Mira now sticked away. Great job there by Meville. Carrying that through. That was Mazzell, rather. Kinney now the one man out back in front. 1:33 left to go here in the period. Once again, State going now 16-0 rather. It's Banashevitz. Banashevitz with Drugan. Sam Banashevitz over to Drugan. He can't tap that one home. Kinney now 5-on-4 now for the Ice Pack, it seems. So State's on a power play here. They're going to try to pot one home at the end. There's Sam Banashevitz. Banashevitz with a shot. Tipped out in front by Kinney. What a job. Net front placement once again. Good job once again on defense by Brian Mira to take that one away. There's O'Rourke. O'Rourke now with a quick shot taken away. Back in the middle of the slot. There's some confusion there. O'Rourke now back out to Eric Mira. Eric Mira, 50 seconds left to go here with a shot. Off the post. Goaltender's best friend as the puck is cleared back out.
Looks like ECU will be done for this one. 40 seconds remaining. It looks like they've just kind of slowed their attack.
Back out in front. McMillan now hang on. The goalie helmet will come off.
Ice Pack continuing to be aggressive. Both teams, I believe, ready for this one to be over, though. Ice Pack looking forward to a game tomorrow against the Wilmington Seahawks.
It'll be a big one for sure, waiting in for that play.
Quick turnaround, too. Always difficult when you have to turn around and play the next day, especially after a hard-fought game like this one.
Of course, want to thank you all for listening in so late here on PackTV. This has been a very late game, but nonetheless, it has been an exciting one to watch. Thank you to all the ACC fans that have tuned in as well from the ACC Hockey League. Their continued support of everything that we do here at PackTV, bringing you into the Pack. There's Robinson. Robinson out in front to Johnson, goes just wide. Robinson now will send that puck into the rafters, just high. Man, they're going to have some repairs. They've had to pay for new glass. They're going to pay for a new ceiling. Oh, my. 12.5 seconds left to go here in this very raucous game. State, of course, will close out their season against Clemson, if I'm not mistaken.
I believe that's correct.
Clemson, of course. And the only reason I say possibly is because they do pop up last-minute games. And then they go through the rush, but no point there. McMahon takes a shot, and they will surround Ian Hutchison after a long game here. And a shutout for number 30. What a game for the NC State Ice Pack. Final score, 7-0 here from the Raleigh Iceplex on North Raleigh Boulevard. Logan, it has been an outstanding game, a strong start for both teams. They'll line up for some handshakes. Your thoughts on the game?
Just a dominant performance from the Ice Pack, really showing how good they are. A good win over Virginia Tech, and then just a dominant showing over the Pirates here, the Raleigh Iceplex. Not much ECU could have done against the Ice Pack in their prime. The Ice Pack are playing well like this. It's tough to beat them.
An amazing job by both teams, of course. We're going to watch the handshakes for a little bit. You're looking at now the 16-0 NC State Ice Pack right here on their home ice. And again, it has been an outstanding game for both teams. We're going to be right back with some analysis, post-game quotes from our Wolfpack Outfitters player of the game, Riley Johnson, and of course, head coach Mike Gazzillo right here on PackTV. NC State is now 16-0 on the year, and boy, oh boy, they did it in an outstanding fashion. A 7-0 rout of the ECU Pirates as they make the long and somewhat sad trip back to Greenville. Zach Sawai here alongside Logan Ward for tonight's broadcast. It is late. The biggest thing I want to talk about, though, tonight was State was able to get off to the jump. Yes. They did what they had to do, and they held on to that lead to the third. Logan, what did you see from the rest of that game?
Really just a fantastic showing all around from the Ice Pack. Riley Johnson with those 2 goals early really set the tone for the entire rest of the game. And when you've got an early lead like that, I think that's when the Ice Pack are really at their best, when they're at that early stage with the lead, because that enables them to really just go let loose on the offensive side because they can score at will, and we saw that here tonight.
And they have scored for sure, and Riley Johnson, our Wolfpack Outfitters player of the game, played leaps and bounds beyond what he always does. And Riley Superman Johnson, as you know, the fans have dubbed him, and this is of course a team sport, but he did outstanding tonight. But that second line of Alex Robinson, Riley Johnson, Parker Zarek, it was dominant tonight. Zarek had a goal at one point, Robinson had 2, Johnson had 2. Comment on that second line, Logan, because it was very good.
It was really just a fantastic showing. You basically said everything there is to say about them. But everything they did, and they protected that lead that the starters gave them. So between all the switching and them coming on and off, Robinson especially almost getting a hat trick of his own with 2 goals, another great performance from him. Really, the second line just did a great job doing what they had to do, and they walk out of here with the W.
And one thing that I may not have mentioned in the broadcast tonight, and one thing that I don't think we mentioned at all, State did a lot of the little things right tonight, winning the corner battles, winning the face-offs, everything like that. What kind of importance does that play into a game like this? ECU, of course, was a very top-heavy team. They came in, a lot of their scorers were on the first couple lines, but they seemed to be just good all around.
Really winning those special teams moments, especially those battles such as the face-off or the corner battles, it really lets you set the tone for the momentum, and that's something the Ice Pack dominated all game long. They kept getting those chances again and again and again, even off of missed shots, because they were able to rebound, recover, and get another shot off. Again, we talked all night about how they were winning the shots on goal battle, so that really, eventually you're just going to get a goal. So the fact that they had so many shots allowed them to really just let loose and win this game.
Absolutely as well. And Ian Hutchison, of course, had a great game. And speaking of shots on goal, wasn't tested that much tonight in the shots department, but when they needed him, Ian stood tall, especially against Matthew McMillan at the other end for ECU. Matthew may have a night to forget.
Oh, most certainly. This is one that he certainly will want to forget. Anytime you give up 7 goals, especially above his goals against average of 5, you never want to give up 7 goals, especially against an opponent that you're trying to prove yourself against in the Ice Pack. So you know that he's going to try to move on from this one, but this one's going to have to be in the back of his mind so he can remember what not to do.
Coach Gazzillo and crew tomorrow head into Wilmington, some uncharted territories for this season at least. Last year they won the game in the shootout. Yes, that's right. Yes. In the shootout, 5-4 in an outstanding fashion. I believe it was Andrew Kristoff got the win in that one. I remember a funny story about that. He was coming over to me and Ethan Barry for the post-game interview, came over, didn't want to walk on his skates, so he crawled all the way over from the locker room on his knees to get all the way over. What strong determination to get to us, and for what I know, everyone hates us anyway, so, c'est la vie. But for the most part, Logan, what have you liked from the determination of this team, the pushing the pace, never giving up from the Ice Pack?
Well, that's something that we've really seen all season, and even when they give up those late game goals to opponents, they always continue to find a way to win. Even if they do give up a lead somehow in the late goings of the game, they find a way to come back, stay strong, or really just tighten down their defense to make sure that they can make a stand at the end of the game, and that really shows just how much determination they have. And even in games like this, where it's just an absolute blowout, they win, they shut out the opposing team. They just show determination every time they step on the ice.
And more importantly, we're going to talk quickly about the backyard brawl here for the NC State Ice Pack and the UNC Tar Heels. It's going to be a big game for a lot of reasons, but the biggest thing, of course, is the fact that teams are going to be splitting the donations, so whatever you donate, it'll help out both clubs here. Some fans may be somewhat against helping the guys in the blue. But, for the most part, it's going all for a good cause, the growth of hockey in North Carolina. What do we need to know about the backyard brawl? What do we need to get excited about?
It's going to be this Wednesday. It's going to be a fantastic game. These two teams, absolute rivals, just a fantastic game every single time they take the ice.
Early Saturday morning here at the Raleigh Iceplex here in North Raleigh Boulevard with head coach Mike Gazzillo. Coach, I know you're tired. I don't know why you're here, but thank you for being here otherwise.
Yeah, no problem. Thanks.
So 7-0 now, the victory against a very strong East Carolina University team. Early on, me and Logan did notice that they were a very top-heavy team, had a lot of offense at the top with players like Hayden Anderson. But this is a team that you haven't seen since 2010 when you first took the reins over as head coach. What did you like about your team's performance tonight?
I thought the guys played well, but we moved the puck really well, and our goals were all really nice-looking goals, good pass work, guys in front of the net, sticks on the ice. Their goalie was phenomenal, I thought. Literally, I think he may be the best goalie we've seen all year. That kid is good. But, yeah, I think the guys just they worked hard, and they moved the puck well, and happy about that.
Yeah, Matthew McMillan definitely had some great saves tonight, of course, opposite from Ian Hutchison. Not tested a lot tonight, but while we're on goaltenders, talk about Ian tonight and your choice to put him in the starter for the night.
Yeah, actually, it was Alex's choice to do that. He hadn't really gotten a lot of time, and we wanted to get him in. You got the playoffs coming up, and so you want to have everybody getting in the lineup. I thought he played well. Yeah, he didn't get tested a lot, but when we were down 5-on-3, he was there for it. And he stopped everything that went his way. So hats off to him.
And, of course, tonight we get to give the Wolfpack Outfitters Player of the Game to R.J. Riley Johnson, but that doesn't take away the performance, of course, from Alex Robinson, Parker Zarek. That entire second line was just beast mode tonight. What did you like in particular from Robinson, who had scored 2 goals and hasn't really hit the twine in quite some time?
Yeah, he was a little overdue, and but he don't put the pressure on himself. He just works. They're all great players. They get along well. I've got no issues with any of them. So when they're out and they're firing on all cylinders, it's kind of pleasure to watch.
What did you like tonight between the Mira brothers, the battle tonight between them? I know we didn't see a lot of Brian Mira, Eric's brother, but all in all, your thoughts on the defense as a whole and, of course, them too.
Yeah, defense played real well. I know Eric wanted to score. He came close twice, but I think defensively we were pretty strong. We moved the puck out of the zone. Our transition game again was good. So the guys were working hard during this past week in practice. So it paid off tonight.
Heading into the Wilmington game tomorrow, of course, is going to be a battle of momentum. What are you going to tell the team tonight? Well, what was said and what's going to be looking forward to tomorrow?
Well, we know tomorrow's ACC points on the line, and obviously we're going for first place. Found out that UVA lost to Virginia Tech in overtime tonight, so, that actually puts us in first. So now I told them the only guys that could take you out of it is you. and they realize that, you know, and you know we've got a goal that we set from the beginning of the year, and you know we've put ourselves in a position to do what we set out to do, and now it's up to them to just continue executing.
And the immediate challenge, of course, is the Wilmington game, but the backyard brawl is something that we've been talking about all night. What do Ice Pack fans need to know about the backyard brawl on Wednesday night?
Yeah, I mean, it's going to be the number 3 for this year, and you know, Sam Banishevit's last game with NC State. He's graduating, so love to see a lot of people come out and support the team and support the backyard brawl, you know, UNC and us. But, yeah, we'd like to see a lot of people show up then to send Sam off from that game the right way.
Well, Coach, for the most part, I tried to be as flashy as you are tonight with your outstanding early winter. I don't know what the season is, but very fashionable choices tonight. Hopefully one day I can take some advice from you on that.
Yeah, doubtful, but we'll try it.
All right, well, we'll try that for sure. Thank you, Coach, for coming up, talking to us as well. RJ Riley Johnson, our Wolfpack Outfitters player of the game, will be up soon right here on PackTV.
Welcome back. I'm here with our Wolfpack Outfitters player of the game, Riley Superman Johnson. Fantastic game out there. 2 very early goals that set the tone for the rest of the game. How do you maintain momentum like that throughout the rest of the game after those 2 early goals?
Yeah, we always like scoring first. It helps the boys out, getting some momentum, like you said. But just like keep the throttle down, getting pucks deep, throwing the body, and 2 early goals is always good to kind of take momentum away from the other team for sure.
Absolutely. And again, quick turnaround, talking about momentum, trying to keep that going against Wilmington tomorrow. How do you turn around from a late game tonight to a game tomorrow?
Yeah, just fluids, got to get some good food in you. And we kind of, whenever we got back-to-back games, we kind of like to think of tomorrow's first period as a 4th period of our last game, kind of carry over what we've been doing, get the momentum going, get on them early, like you said, like to have a couple early goals. And, yeah, that's about it.
Thank you very much, Riley. That'll do it for us here at PackTV. For Zach Salwaya and the rest of our PackTV crew, this is Logan Ward signing off.